Very good evening, everyone. So, why is this session? Vagera, vagera, I will tell everyone. Trust me, whatever the time you will be investing today, I will definitely make sure that it works and it gives you the result. What is this open house session? One session I have already taken, right? I hope most of you might have seen it or at least have idea about it. Open house session. Open house session. Now, what is this open house session? So, in this open house session, it is just like an democratic institution where you guys will be speaking up your doubts. Today, right now, we are into the month of February, and today is 9th. Almost in the May 25th, you are having so-called as your prelims examination. So, in this context, what is the roadmap that we should have? One, there are two ways of approaching the thing, right? How many of you are giving this prelims? Almost all, right? Perfect. How many of you have done all the basic subjects? Most of the basic subjects, right? Everyone. How many of you given one attempt? Okay, perfect. How many of you given two attempts? Perfect. कोई दिक्कत नहीं, कोई problem. So, I hope everyone got the idea. So, today's session that what I am taking it for about 1 hour, there are two ways. One is teacher dictating to the students, do it like this. And there is a second way where students tell, sir, we are having a plan, but we are facing this XYZ problem. Correct? So what I believe is that on YouTube or your own experiences, you might have made a lot of strategies. In that, while working on those strategies, you might have faced a lot of problems while implementing those strategies. In this context, I want to know what are the challenges that you are facing specifically with respect to prelims examination. Today we will keep our focus to prelims because this prelims examination is just nearing up, that is May 25th. Am I right? Okay, this is not a class. Okay, तो आपको बात करना है. So basically this is not a class, so this is just like open house. So I will just tell you few basic things. Today what is the date? 9th. Let us consider 10th of Feb से लेके 28th, March, April and May. I know you all, everyone know this, but still I will just make one basic thing and then we'll move on to the points, what I want from you. So, if you consider all these months, here you are having 18 days left. March में कितने days होते हैं? हाँ? 31 या 30? Perfect. 30 and 25. Mota mati. Okay. So what is the total? Perfectly 9 plus 4, 5, 14, 1, that is 5, 5 plus 3, 8, 104. May I say we are having something called as 100 days exactly towards the prelims. Correct? Till what? May 25th. Now what is constant? In prelims you do whatever you want. Koi bhi subject, if you want to clear the prelims, you are having only one constant. What is that? That is none other than time. This is not going to stop and this is not going to change. Ye pakka hai. Exam date is not going to change, like what the extension was given for the forms. Am I right? Now, if I consider daily, let there be first attempt wala, second attempt wala, third attempt wala, fourth attempt wala. Koi bhi person, average time that what he have to study from my own experiences is that 11 hours ka study average ho jana chahiye. So what you are having is only one thing, that is आपके पास है total 1100 hours. Correct? इससे ज़्यादा time 100% नहीं होगा आपके पास. Maximum you can stretch to 1200. इसके ऊपर तो नहीं जा सकता. Now what is constant? Time. आपके पास कितना time है आपके पास? Basically 1100 hours. I am considering 1100 hours. You can make it 1200 hours. I am considering, am I right? So maximum students are giving this year prelims. So should we discuss about this year prelims or means? How many of you want me to discuss about the prelims? Come on. Honestly, I am asking, because this is what is open house now. Because if you want me to discuss about the prelims, I will discuss about the prelims. Am I right? हाँ या ना? Should we discuss prelims या दूसरा कुछ? अरे बात करो यार, इतना डर क्यों रहे हो? अभी कोई भी मत डरो यार, रिकॉर्डिंग नहीं, कुछ भी नहीं. इन योर ओन नेटिव लैंग्वेज आल्सो यू कैन स्पीक एंड अंडरस्टैंड कन्नड़ा. यू टेल मी ऑनेस्टली, ओपनली. एक ही चीज है अपने पास, कांस्टेंट टाइम. नाउ हियर इन दिस टाइम अपना टारगेट आर एज फॉलोज. नाउ देन आई विल डिवाइड कैटेगरीज ऑफ द स्टूडेंट. टारगेट क्या क्या है मैं बोलता हूं. रीडिंग प्लस अंडरस्टैंडिंग GS. रीडिंग प्लस अंडरस्टैंडिंग subject 1. Second, previous year questions. Third, current affairs. Fourth, revision. Number 1, number 2, number 3, depending upon your level. And fourth is basically आपका mock test. Am I right? These 5 things we have to do. Now let us do it from any source, that does not matter, but what is constant is these 5 things that you compulsory need to do for any one of you to clear this examination. Am I right? Which are these things? These are the only things that you need to do. This is what I used to do, okay, during my preparation. I will make it very simplified for you. 100% this will help you. आपके पास you are having only one thing, that is 1100 hours. Now in this 1100 hours you are having something called as basically 5 things to do. GS, reading, current affairs, previous year question solving, mock solving वगैरह. Now what you have to do at the first instance is very simple thing, that you have to divide this time wisely with respect to this. Now if you want to clear this prelims examination, and if you want to clear this examination, whatever the target is there, whatever the time is there, you should always consider one aspect, that is input to output ratio. Input to output ratio. Input to output ratio. This input to output ratio will be considered in 2 ways. One, with respect to time and with respect to the marks, or you can consider the number of the questions that can come. Am I right? बस ये आपके पास दिमाग में होना चाहिए while you divide this time, because this is going to be only constant. ये पहले दिमाग में डाल दो, क्या constant रहेगा. Time is going to remain constant. 25th को एग्जाम होगा, आज से लेके from today if you consider till आपका so called as 25th of May, definitely कितना 100 days ही मोटा माटी, because few days you will go for मतलब you will not feel well वगैरह वगैरह. 100 days में से भी मैंने क्या किया, average 11 hours, 1100 hours ही आपके पास है to go till May 25th for the prelims examination. If you want to clear the prelims examination, then what you have is time is a constant, and there are the basically 5 major things that you need to do. First is GS, second is PYQs, third is basically आपका current affairs, fourth is आपका revision, fifth is आपका mock test. Am I right? Now question is, if these are the major 5 things, because other than the 5 things I don't think anything is there, correct? So ये 5 things में this time how to divide and where to divide, that depends upon only one thing, this ratio, input output, which depends upon the time. मतलब if you are investing more time in any particular subject, then output should also be more. If there are more number of questions, then you should invest more time. Getting the point? I do know that this will happen for about 80% only. 20% there is a probability that there can be a shift in the trend of UPSC. For example, last year geography ka number of questions increased phenomenally by 7 to 8. That can happen. Anything can happen. But still we will go by the common ongoing trend. I hope you are getting the idea. So this is the basic thing which I feel that you have to do. Kitna? 5 things. Now question is, which subject, from where and how? Is it clear? यहाँ तक समझ में आया? Now here I want you to tell me, first thing, how many of students are having first attempt? Students having first attempt, students giving their second attempt. They are the only things which I am going to consider. They are the only 2 classes of the students, first and second. पहला दे रहा है and second, मतलब third वाला भी उसी में डाल दो, second वाला, because first वाला ऐसे ही दिया होगा, correct? So first and second attempt. So now students will be having experience. but these students are having certain आपका issues and certain opportunities. Very good opportunities are there and certain challenges are there. Same goes for the second attempt ka students. I hope you are getting the point. Now, first, before moving into the other aspects, I will tell you bluntly, as I mentioned, this is what is my idea which I am going to give it to you. Correct? ये हो गया one way communication. Two way का मतलब क्या होता है? You will be having some challenges because most of you have already studied few things, few of you already given. So you are facing right now prelims related certain challenges. What are the challenges that you are facing? Tell me. I will just note it down so that depending upon this, I can streamline all these things for all of you. Tell me the challenges that you are facing. If you are not facing any challenges, then this session is definitely not for you and you will not clear this exam, चाहे कहाँ से भी कोई भी आ जाए. Tell me. There should be some challenges. Am I right? What are the challenges that you are facing? कुछ तो challenge face करता होगा ना? हाँ? Source. Perfect. हाँ. Very good. Second? Perfect. Or? Very good. Tell me. Perfect. हाँ. One, multiple sources is consuming the time. One, and mock time for my analysis. I will prove everything through the original papers only. और क्या प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है? रेगुलर क्लासेस, ओजीपी बैच कौन सा है? 7. ओके, बैच 7. और आपका तो बैच 1 है, 6 है, सी सेट. और सी क्लासेस विल गो. बैच 7 मतलब पहला पॉइंट तो कमिंग टू द पॉइंट, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, आई विल बी वेरी जेन्युइनली विथ यू, you have started your journey in the month of August, September. Correct? हाँ? With? Okay, मेरे साथ ही शुरू किया. कौन सा मंथ था वो? अगस्त, जुलाई, अगस्त. तो अभी तक तो 1 साल भी नहीं हुआ. तो टाइम तो लगेगा. करेक्ट, टाइम तो लगेगा, ये फैक्ट है. बट स्टिल दिस विल हेल्प यू, एटलीस्ट नॉट दिस अटेम्प्ट, इस अटेम्प्ट को भी हेल्प करेगा, बट एटलीस्ट अपकमिंग को तो हेल्प करेगा. So you can plan the things because majority of students have completed the classes and basically most of you after you have completed the classes, और क्या हुआ है कि basically you want to give the prelims. तो क्या करना चाहिए? Idea, this is what I am telling you. This is what will work 100%. One, as you said, one of the students said CSAT. Correct? What else? Current affairs. Or this is the last opportunity that you have, guys. क्यों पता है आपको? Not because of I will be available या unavailable, है नहीं वैसा. That is not the reason. The reason is only this thing. Time will be wasted. क्यों? Because we will move away from something called as Feb 10th. We will move on to March. And उसके बाद अगर आप मेरे से यहाँ पे आके मिलोगे कि सर मुझे ऐसा ऐसा करना है, तो मैं क्या, कोई भी आके कुछ नहीं कर सकता. Because you are facing the challenges only with respect to one thing, that is time. Time problem है. बाकी कुछ प्रॉब्लम है नहीं. Aptitude वगैरह कुछ है नहीं. I hope you are getting the point. So now tell me, other than this, what you are having the challenges? Sorry? Elimination. Elimination, am I right? Elimination or what? Analytical. Okay, or? Sorry? नहीं, मेंस का नहीं, आज प्योरली प्रीलिम्स की बात कर. 100%. बट आज प्योरली पीटी मतलब पीटी. आई गॉट योर पॉइंट. यू आर सेइंग दैट मेंस कम प्रीलिम्स व्हिच आर ओवरलैपिंग सब्जेक्ट्स, उसका क्या करना है वगैरह, मुझे समझ में आया, मैं बोलता हूं. करेक्ट. मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ रिविजन्स. और कम ऑन, इस बार अगर पास नहीं हो गए तो जूते से मारूंगा मैं. ये सब एलिमिनेशन टेक्निक्स, यूट्यूब ट्रिक्स. ओके, नहीं सच है, उसने सच बोला है. लास्ट ईयर आई विल टेल यू फ्रॉम इनसाइट्स ओनली, अभी जितना आप वैसे बैठे हो ना, दैट इज द रीजन व्हाई वी आर कंडक्टिंग दिस ओपन हाउस, स्पेशली मी. मोस्ट ऑफ द जेन्युइन स्टूडेंट्स हु आर वेल प्रिपेयरिंग लाइक यू गाइस, आधे लोग बाय 7-8 मार्क्स दे हैव मिस्ड द कट ऑफ. क्यों पता है? 4 रीजंस. एक्सट्रीम वर्ड इनकरेक्ट, ऑल द नंबर्स एंड फैक्ट्स इनकरेक्ट, अथॉरिटी इज इनकरेक्ट, मिनिस्ट्री इज इनकरेक्ट, रट्टा के रट्टा आंख बंद करके मार दो, काम खत्म, बच्चे गए, मार दिया, आए, आउट। एम आई राइट? दिस हैपेंड? नहीं नहीं, आप लोगों ने दिया नहीं, इन्होंने दिया है पेपर, मैं बोल रहा हूं, समझ रहे हो आप? ये फैक्ट है, एटलीस्ट ही हैज दैट गट्स टू आस्क इट। व्हाट एल्स? रॉन्ग? रॉन्ग गाइडेंस, वो कंट्रोवर्शियल। हाँ, व्हाट एल्स? माय फैक्ट्स, परफेक्ट। व्हाट एल्स? हाउ टू अटेम्प्ट पेपर, हाउ टू अटेम्प्ट पेपर, परफेक्ट, वेरी गुड, ये बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है। व्हाट एल्स? हाँ, मिसलेनियस क्वेश्चंस, परफेक्ट। हाँ, मिसलेनियस क्वेश्चंस, और कुछ सब्जेक्ट टू सब्जेक्ट एनालिसिस, सब्जेक्ट एनालिसिस, सब्जेक्ट एनालिसिस, परफेक्ट, और पीवाईक्यू थीम्स, इंपॉर्टेंट थीम्स, परफेक्ट, और कॉन्सेप्ट प्लस फैक्ट्स, कॉन्सेप्ट और फैक्ट्स, परफेक्ट, और रिवीजन, हाउ टू रिवाइज, रिवीजन मेथडोलॉजीज, वेरी गुड, गुड। और जो भी फेस कर रहे हो वो बोलो, गुड। नंबर ऑफ मॉक्स बिफोर अपेयरिंग द एग्जामिनेशन, गुड। टाइम मतलब ये इसमें आएगा ना, हाउ टू सॉल्व द पेपर, एंड इसमें डाल दूं मैं टाइम मैनेजमेंट, करेक्ट? टाइम मैनेजमेंट स्ट्रैटेजी तो दूंगा, टाइम मैनेजमेंट इन द एक्चुअल एग्जाम हॉल, 9 से 12, 10 से 12 क्या करना है एग्जैक्टली मैं बोलता हूं आपको। व्हाट एल्स? हाँ, लिखा ना, वही बार बार घुमा फिरा क्यों बोल रहा है? और आईआर, इंटरनेशनल रिलेशंस, ओके, परफेक्ट, और फोकस एरिया न्यूज़पेपर, परफेक्ट, आई गॉट इट, प्रीलिम्स वाला, हाँ, मैपिंग, परफेक्ट, हाँ, और क्या है? परफेक्ट, वेरी गुड, शॉर्ट नोट्स, और परफेक्ट, वेरी वेरी गुड, डे बिफोर, डे बिफोर, और वीक बिफोर, वीक बिफोर, दैट इज एंजाइटी। सबके साथ होता है, अगर किसके साथ नहीं हो रहा है इसका मतलब वो साला कुछ करता ही नहीं वो, ओके, नहीं तो भगवान है वो। ह्यूमनली पॉसिबल है ही नहीं कि यूपीएससी एग्जाम यू आर गोइंग एंड यू आर नॉट फेसिंग एंजाइटी। सीएपीएफ सीडीएस, परफेक्ट, और कम ऑन, सीएपीएफ सीडीएस, ओके, और ओके, सो एक किसी ने पूछा ही नहीं, रीडिंग द क्वेश्चंस इटसेल्फ इन द एग्जाम, ये किसी ने पूछा नहीं, बिकॉज इस यही 50% है, और बिकॉज ही आस्क्ड वन क्वेश्चन। और क्या यहां तक समझ में आया? इफ इज देयर एनीथिंग रिमेनिंग, आई विल टेक गिव यू 2 more minutes, बिकॉज उसके बाद मैं आपको बोलने का चांस नहीं दूंगा, जो भी बोलना है आप बोलो, मतलब प्रॉब्लम से ही बोल रहे हैं ना अपन, चैलेंजेस, आपको कुछ चैलेंज नहीं? टेल मी, आर यू फेसिंग एनी चैलेंज? ओके, बैच 2026, ओके ओके, एनीवेज दिस विल हेल्प यू फॉर अपकमिंग अटेम्प्ट्स, मतलब गुड, और टाइम डिवाइड फॉर अक्रॉस सब्जेक्ट, दैट आई विल डू, परफेक्ट, मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस, दैट्स इट, हाँ, वेरी गुड। हमें चाहिए एक्चुअल डे ऑफ एग्जाम के वक्त क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है, फॉर दैट वी हैव टू प्रिपेयर, करेक्ट? और एलिमिनेशन 50-50, गॉट इट, इन दैट आई विल टेल, हाँ, और मतलब ब्रॉड एरिया, 3-4 क्वेश्चन से पहला, वन व्हाट ही सेड, दैट मैं करता हूं, वन होगा 3 एरियाज में डिवाइड करता हूं, एग्जाम डे, वीक और डे बिफोर एग्जाम, करेक्ट, दिस इज दूसरा। तीसरा इज आपका प्रिपरेशन फेज, करेक्ट, 3 फेजेस में चैलेंजेस डिवाइड करते हैं अपन, ओके जी, हाँ या ना? वॉट एवर यू आर टोल्ड, आई एम डिवाइडिंग दिस इन द 3 phases. नीतीश, हाँ या ना? ऐसा मत सोचना कि तोहफे सब कुछ फोड़ देंगे, भले भले देखे मैंने, भले भले. करेक्ट. एग्जाम डे के वक्त, एग्जाम डे बिफोर, परफेक्ट. एंजाइटी, देन डाउट, स्ट्रेस वगैरह वगैरह वगैरह. करेक्ट. उसके बाद कंप्लीशन, कंप्लीशन, रिवीजन, रिवीजन, sense of missing, sense of missing something. Correct. What to revise? High yielding areas, high yielding areas revision. इसमें से क्या करना है वगैरह आपने यही पूछा है, बस मैंने डिवाइड किया है फेज वाइज. एग्जाम डे के वक्त 2 hours, नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस कितना करना है सर? करेक्ट. नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस. वन ऑफ द स्टूडेंट सेड टाइम मैनेजमेंट कैसे करना है उसमें. करेक्ट. टाइम मैनेजमेंट. देन उसके बाद सम ऑफ द स्टूडेंट सेड राइटली एलिमिनेशन टेक्निक, यूट्यूबर 50-50 क्या करना है वगैरह. करेक्ट. देन उसके बाद मिसलेनियस क्वेश्चंस, मिसलेनियस क्वेश्चंस. करेक्ट. एग्जाम डे के वक्त. सो ये आपका ऑन दैट डे के डाउट्स है. वन, दिस इज व्हाट इज द डाउट, अ वीक बिफोर दैट यू विल कोप अप विद. और एक होगा प्रिपरेशन के वक्त में, दैट इज जेनरिक डाउट्स जो पूछा आपने, क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है. सही है ना? हाँ या ना? सो ऐसा दिमाग चलना चाहिए आपका. लेट अस ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. अपने पास चाहे कितने भी डाउट्स हो, एक ही चीज अगेन आई एम टेलिंग यू कांस्टेंट है, दिस 1100 hours. यू कैनॉट इंक्रीज दिस एट एनी कॉस्ट. ज्यादा से ज्यादा 1200 होगा, मोर देन दैट इट विल नॉट हैपन. सो नाउ हियर व्हेन आई एम डूइंग दिस एंड आई नो वॉट एवर आई एम डूइंग दिस, आई एम प्लानिंग एग्जैक्टली. मैं जो भी प्लान करता था मेरे प्रिपरेशन के वक्त, आई यूज टू प्लान फॉर दिस 1 and 2, not for this. Whatever you guys are doing, you guys are doing it for this part. मैं जो भी यहां पे करूंगा, it should be reflected in these 2 days. तो कैसे होगा? वन एग्जाम्पल देता हूं. वन ऑफ द स्टूडेंट सेड आई वांट टू मेक द शॉर्ट नोट्स. अभी नोट्स का नोट्स बना के यहां पे एक दिन में पूरा पढ़ के नहीं होगा, तो बनाने का कोई लॉजिक है नहीं मेरे हिसाब से. Perfectly fine, short notes. So this is what I will know first, and then I will prepare the plan. Getting the point? In this context, what I'm going to do, the output ratio and input ratio for GS and current affairs. मैं 3 चीजें एक साथ क्लब करके पढ़ने वाला हूं. There is a triangular symmetry which goes with the 3 things. One is GS, दूसरा उसका PYQ, GS subject, example GS subject, PYQ, and basically उसका so called as current affairs. This is the one particular triangle. It is a triangle which helps us to understand how to prepare, and where I am going to consider again input to output in this triangle. थोड़ा साइंटिफिक बोल रहा हूं. 3 चीजें मैं कंसिडर करूंगा बिफोर टेकिंग एनी सब्जेक्ट, करंट अफेयर, पीवाईक्यू, जीएस एंड उसका इनपुट आउटपुट. फ्रॉम माय पर्सपेक्टिव देयर आर 2 सब्जेक्ट्स. वन इज बेसिकली प्रीलिम्स की बात कर रहा हूं. प्रीलिम्स जनरल स्टडीज के लिए 3 सब्जेक्ट्स. वन आउटपुट वाइज मैक्सिमम, नॉट एनवायरमेंट, नथिंग नथिंग नथिंग, पॉलिटी. दूसरा इकोनॉमिक करना ही करना है, और तीसरा एनवायरमेंट. एनवायरमेंट क्यों? बिकॉज हियर इफ यू जस्ट सी नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस एंड आपका नेचर, ये 3 पहले सब्जेक्ट्स करेंगे अपन, और कब और कैसे दैट आल्सो आई विल टेल यू. सो इफ यू जस्ट सी all the PYQs. So here Insights have basically this 10-year का question bank. Okay. So this is GS1 and ये पूरा का पूरा. अगर यहाँ पे I'm not asking you to purchase, but if you want extremely helpful, पूरा टॉपिक सब टॉपिक वाइज डिवाइड करके दिया है. जो भी ये पढ़ेगा, ट्रस्ट में 50% उसका चांसेस इंक्रीज होगा. क्यों? आई विल टेल यू द रीजन. नाउ हियर सिंपल दिया उन्होंने, मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री, साइंस एंड टेक, एग्रीकल्चर वगैरह वगैरह. I will take polity wala. This is two parts are there. Okay. Geography, Indian polity, economy, environment. बस ये. Correct. Polity के questions कितने आते हैं हर साल? आप मुझे बोलो. हर साल कितना questions आता है? What is number? You are going to give prelims, right? Okay. तो भी पता होना चाहिए कितना question आता है. 15 questions will come. Economy, how many questions come? Economy का ज्यादा आता है. NV का कितना आता है? 15 ही पकड़ लो. टोटल कितना हुआ? 48. अबाउट 48% ऑफ द पेपर सिर्फ 3 सब्जेक्ट का ही है। तो आप पढ़ किसका रहे हो मुझे पता नहीं, मैं 3 सब्जेक्ट्स का ही पढ़ता हूं, करेक्ट। मेरे लिए पॉलिटी इज कंप्लीटली स्टैटिक, कंप्लीटली स्टैटिक। मैं ज्यादा पॉलिटी के लिए करंट अफेयर ज्यादा किचकिच नहीं करता, समझ लो मेरी बात। एक दो क्वेश्चन आएगा बट उसके लिए पूरा पीटी 365, आई नो यू रीड दैट ओनली, आई नो इनसाइट्स का भी मेरे नाम मैं हूँ सामने इसलिए बोलेंगे इनसाइट्स, लेकिन मुझे पता है आप पीटी 65 पढ़ोगे या फिर नाउअडेज सारथी का पढ़ोगे, कुछ भी काम का नहीं है। एक क्वेश्चन के लिए इतना बड़ा पढ़ना यूजलेस एक्ट, उससे अच्छा लक्ष्मीकांत 2 बार और पढ़ो, आउटपुट ज्यादा आएगा। मैं हमेशा बोलता हूं आउटपुट की बात करो, टाइम एंड ये you will give this much time because if you just see, have you seen PT65 of basically polity, कितना पेजेस है, come on to the point, सेक्शन वाइज नहीं, पेजेस कितना है, अगर ये पता नहीं है तो पढ़ाई गलत कर रहे हो। हाँ 85 पेजेस है, करेक्ट, बट वो कैसा 85 पेजेस है, नॉट लीनियर, याद रखना पेजेस में भी कैसे किया उन्होंने, एक आधा इधर आधा इधर, इसका मतलब बैक टू बैक अगर देखा जाए तो 2 पेजेस है वो 4, कटिंग द आइडिया। सो बेसिकली कितना पेजेस हुआ, अबाउट 100 मोटा माटी पकड़ लो, 100 पेजेस वन टाइम रीडिंग, उसके बाद रिवीजन, उसके बाद दिमाग में रखना, व्हाट विल बी मोर टाइम रिक्वायर्ड, विल बी मोर और लेस, मोर। आउटपुट कितना आएगा उसमें से, आउटपुट 1 या 2 क्वेश्चन आएगा, वो भी आएगा नहीं आएगा पता नहीं, वो भी दिमाग में आएगा नहीं आएगा पता नहीं। तो बेसिकली आई यूज्ड टू, आई एम टेलिंग यू ऑनेस्टली, आई यूज्ड टू डायरेक्टली स्किप पॉलिटी का करंट अफेयर्स, बट अगर पढ़ना है मुझे तो मैं इंडेक्स पेज देखता था, करंट अफेयर इंडेक्स पेज ओनली, इंडेक्स पेज मतलब आई विल नो दैट हाँ यार वाइस प्रेसिडेंट का इशू चल रहा है, एग्जाम्पल वाइस प्रेसिडेंट का इशू चल रहा है तो मुझे वाइस प्रेसिडेंट के बारे में सब कुछ पता होना चाहिए, बस इतना ही मैं करूंगा, इसके अलावा बाकी कुछ नहीं करूंगा। मैं बस ये बोल रहा हूं नेचर, और उसके बाद मैं बोलता हूं कितना किसको टाइम देना है, यहां तक समझ में आया। दूसरा एक्सट्रीमली इंपॉर्टेंट, इकोनॉमी, पूरा का पूरा कॉन्सेप्चुअल प्लस आपका करंट अफेयर्स, इसको पक्का करना है 100%। मैं 100% 1 या 2 सोर्स भी यूज करूंगा इसको, क्यों, बिकॉज मुझे पता है मैं इसका जितना पढ़ूंगा उतना आउटपुट आएगा, गेटिंग द पॉइंट। आई नो 100% करंट अफेयर इसका मैंने पढ़ा पॉलिटी का तो कुछ काम का है नहीं, तो टाइम नहीं देता मैं, इसको ज्यादा आउटपुट आएगा तो 100% करूंगा मैं, गेटिंग द पॉइंट। एग्जैक्टली, एनवी स्टैटिक, एनवी इज माय स्टैटिक, स्टैटिक प्लस इसमें आउटपुट ज्यादा आता है मुझे पीवाईक्यू से, प्लस करंट अफेयर्स, करेक्ट, करंट अफेयर्स प्लस मुझे गूगल भी यूज करना है इसके लिए बहुत ज्यादा, तो ये मैं करूंगा मतलब करूंगा, आई विल नॉट थिंक ऑफ इट। यहां तक समझ में आया पूरा। पहले 3 सब्जेक्ट की बात करते हैं एंड देन विल मूव ऑन टू द अदर सब्जेक्ट्स, समझ में आ रहा है ना। फर्स्ट आई विल मूव ऑन टू द पॉलिटी। तो पॉलिटी के लिए अप्रोच क्या है मेरे पास, देखो मेरे पास बहुत सारी चीजें करनी है, मुझे क्या करना है, ऑल दिस थिंग्स करना है, 5 चीजें करनी है, उसमें भी 1000 आवर स्प्लिट करना है, कितने सब्जेक्ट से, फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ आई जस्ट राइट हियर 1 2 3 4, एग्जाम्पल लिखता हूं मैं, 1 पॉलिटी, उसके बाद इकोनॉमी, ऐसे ही मैं पढ़ने वाला हूं इकोनॉमी, देन उसके बाद एनवी, उसके बाद उसके बाद आउटपुट वाइज ज्योग्राफी, देन हिस्ट्री, मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री, मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री, मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री, 6th उसके बाद साइंस एंड टेक, 7th इज माय एग्री, 8th इज माय आईआर एंड 9th इज माय स्कीम्स। ओके जी, तो बेसिकली कितना हुआ, लेट अस कंसीडर 10। एंशिएंट तो मैंने पकड़ा ही नहीं, चल पकड़, एंशिएंट आर्ट एंड कल्चर, आर्ट एंड कल्चर, करेक्ट, एंशिएंट आर्किटेक्चर वगैरह। सो 10 डिवाइडेड बाई बेसिकली 1100, मतलब हर एक सब्जेक्ट को आता है 100 आवर्स मोटा माटी, हाँ या ना। सब्जेक्ट्स कितना हुआ टोटल, सब्जेक्ट्स फॉर एग्जांपल इफ यू कंसीडर सब्जेक्ट कितना हुआ 10 मेजर, करेक्ट। टाइम कितना है, टाइम 1100 आवर्स, तो मेरे पास ईच सब्जेक्ट के लिए कितना आएगा टाइम, ईच के लिए 1100 डिवाइडेड बाई 10, दैट इज 110, मैं पकड़ रहा हूं 100 आवर्स, 100 आवर्स। तो मुझे 100 आवर्स में एवरी सब्जेक्ट आई हैव टू डू 5 थिंग्स अबाउट एवरी सब्जेक्ट, रीड भी करना है, पीवाईक्यू भी देखना है, करंट अफेयर भी देखना है, प्रिविजन भी करना है, मॉक भी देना है. एम आई राइट? बट इसमें देयर इज अ कैच. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू गिव 100 hours फॉर ईच थिंग. आई एम गोइंग टू गिव मोर टाइम फॉर 2 to 3 सब्जेक्ट्स. वन, दीज आर द 3 मेजर सब्जेक्ट्स. इसमें टाइम में ऐड करूंगा. कितना ऐड करूंगा मैं? 125 hours. 1 2 3 3 सब्जेक्ट्स में ज्यादा टाइम दूंगा. कैसे ज्यादा टाइम दूंगा ये मैं बोलता हूं. कमिंग टू द पॉलिटी, आई होप एवरीवन इज गेटिंग लॉजिकली. पॉलिटी में मैं क्या करूंगा? इन दिस पॉलिटी, व्हाट आर द पॉलिटी दैट व्हाट यू सॉ जस्ट नाउ हियर, एंड देन आई विल फाइनली टेल यू ये वाला, दिस वाला टाइम, व्हेन टू डू व्हाट हाउ, ये फाइनल होगा अपना. बट बिफोर लेट अस ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. मैं पॉलिटी में क्या करूंगा? फर्स्ट आई विल कम टू पॉलिटी. नाउ यू आर हैविंग टू थिंग्स विथ यू. वन इज सो कॉल्ड एज, आपका लिखो मत, सुनो पहले, बाद में स्क्रीनशॉट्स लेना. पॉलिटी के पास मेरे पास मंजू का नोट्स है, मंजूनाथ सर. हाँ या ना, आपके पास यही है ना? कुछ तो और क्या होगा जिंदगी में? अगर नहीं है तो लक्ष्मीकांत पकड़ो. नहीं, हंसने के बाद नहीं, आपको सीरियसनेस नहीं समझ में आ रहा क्या? उड़ने के बाद ही समझ में आएगा कि मतलब क्या मजाक लगा. अभी आपको 5 चीजें करनी है. इसको क्या करना है? 5 थिंग्स. वन, उसको रीड भी करना है, पीवाईक्यू भी देखना है, मंजू के साथ. तो दो तो नहीं हो सकते, एक कोई भी पकड़ो. नाउ आई 100% नो every one of you love polity, every one of you have understood the polity. तो मैं ये सजेस्ट करूंगा आपको, नेवर एवर डायरेक्टली टेक आइदर मंजू का नोट्स या फिर लक्ष्मीकांत का. एब्सोल्युटली नॉट. फर्स्ट स्टेप आपको क्या करना है पता है आपको? मैं क्या करता था आफ्टर माय वन रीडिंग, अब मैं फिर से अगर गधे की तरह लक्ष्मीकांत या फिर मंजू का नोट्स निकालूंगा तो गधा वर्क होगा. एब्सोल्युटली नॉट. मैं डायरेक्टली देखूंगा पीवाईक्यू टॉपिक वाइज. कैसे? आज का टॉपिक है मेरे पास डेली इमेजिन इफ आई एम गिविंग 5 hours फॉर पॉलिटी. तो उसमें से फर्स्ट आवर आज के टॉपिक से मेरे, फॉर एग्जांपल फंडामेंटल राइट्स, फंडामेंटल ड्यूटी, डीपीएसपी एंड प्रीएम्बल. करेक्ट? प्रीएम्बल, लॉजिकल. सो बेसिकली प्रीएम्बल, ये मेरा 4 टॉपिक्स है, मेजर 4 टॉपिक्स. एग्जांपल 4 टॉपिक्स का डायरेक्टली ये बुक जो है, कोई भी बुक है, इसमें करके दिया है. एग्जाम्पल इंडियन पॉलिटी में आ जाओ. इफ यू जस्ट सी वॉल्यूम, इंडियन पॉलिटी, फंडामेंटल राइट्स, फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज, डीपीएसपीज एंड बेसिकली वगैरह. सो हियर, सो इफ यू एग्जाम्पल दे रहा हूं, आई विल टेक मोर टाइम बट दिस विल हेल्प यू. सो यहां पे मैं आऊंगा पेज नंबर, एग्जाम्पल दे रहा हूं मैं, फंडामेंटल राइट्स, फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज वगैरह 2.13 एग्जाम्पल. या फिर कहां कोई भी बुक ले लो आप, वॉट एवर हेल्प्स यू इज फाइन, नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम. एक मिनट. सो हियर, हाँ 2.13. सो आई एम टेलिंग यू एग्जैक्टली द नंबर. सो कैसे करना होता है प्लानिंग ये समझो. सो मेरे पास आ गया, मेरा आज कौन सा टाइम से. सो यहाँ पे कितना थीम्स किया है इन्होंने ये क्वेश्चन बैंक में. पहला है साइलेंट फीचर्स, दूसरा फंडामेंटल राइट्स, फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज, तीसरा डीपीएसपी, चौथा इमरजेंसी, पांचवा पार्लियामेंट, सिक्स्थ यूनियन स्टेट एग्जीक्यूटिव, देन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडीज, लोकल गवर्नमेंट, जुडिशरी, मिसलेनियस. तो टोटल कितना हुआ? 10 थीम्स हो गया. सो आज मैं करूंगा पीवाईक्यू सॉल्व सिर्फ पहले 2 थीम्स का या फिर 3 थीम्स का. विच आर दोस? साइलेंट फीचर्स, फंडामेंटल राइट्स, डीपीएसपीस. सो मैं आ गया यहाँ पे. सो नाउ इफ आई जस्ट सी फंडामेंटल राइट्स का क्वेश्चन, देयर आर टोटल फ्रॉम 1995 की बात कर रहा हूं, क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 से लेके, कितने क्वेश्चन से मैं बस बोलता हूं, क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 से लेके टिल टुडे there are 20 questions, 22. okay, 22 किसके ऊपर? फंडामेंटल राइट्स है, फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज, डीपीएसक्यू के ऊपर, डीपीएसपी. एंड देन आई विल कम टू द अदर पार्ट कि कितना डिटेल में जाना है पीवाईक्यू. डीपीएसपी का देयर आर 19 क्वेश्चंस. तो मोटा माटी कितना मेरे पास है क्वेश्चंस अबाउट कौन से टॉपिक्स है? दीज आर द टॉपिक्स. आई विल नॉट गो अदर देन दिस टॉपिक्स. तो मुझे सॉल्व करने 45 एमसीक्यूज. 45 एमसीक्यूज. 45 एमसीक्यू को टाइम लगेगा 1 hour. ओके, हैव आई रेड एनीथिंग? नो, मैंने डायरेक्टली पेपर सॉल्व किया है. ओके, नाउ हियर 45 एमसी में से देयर आर सर्टेन करेक्ट एमसीक्यूज एंड देयर आर सर्टेन इनकरेक्ट एमसीक्यूज. करेक्ट? नाउ इनकरेक्ट एमसीक्यूज का रीजंस हम लोग आधे घंटे में देखेंगे. वी आर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन रीडिंग द मॉक करने के बाद आप लोग क्या करते हो, पूरा आंसर बुक पढ़ते हो ना, नहीं, ये नहीं करना है। यहां पे आपको क्या करना है, रीजंस इन जनरल ओवरव्यू लेना है। You might have gone incorrect in this 45 MCQs of UPSC original simple Q. One silly mistake. One is silly mistake. Correct. दूसरा misinterpretation. Misinterpretation. ये सब कुछ डायरीज में चाहिए आपको, सेपरेट डायरी. मिसइंटरप्रिटेशन. तीसरा आपका रीजन होगा बेसिकली एबिलिटी टू रिकॉल, लैक ऑफ recalling. For example, if I say which of the following are the liberal intellectual DPSPs, तो आपको याद नहीं आएगा, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, याद नहीं आया ये लिख लो. मुझे क्या क्या नहीं हुआ, सिली मिस्टेक हुआ मेरे से, मिस इंटरप्रिटेशन कर रहा हूं मैं. तीसरा याद ही नहीं आ रहा है. चौथा लैक ऑफ नॉलेज मतलब मुझे पता ही नहीं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं ना, पता नहीं तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, बट यहां पे पता होगा. ये चार में से अलावा कोई और बेसिकली आपका रीजन नहीं होगा. कुछ तो पागल की तरह छोटा सिली मिस्टेक करोगे, मिस इंटरप्रिटेशन करोगे स्टेटमेंट का. क्वेश्चन में ऐसा दिया, आपने ऐसा सोचा, आपने क्या सोचा इससे मैटर नहीं करता, एक्चुअल यूपीएससी क्या पूछ रहा है इससे मैटर करता है. करेक्ट. देन सॉरी I do some okay fine. So basically when you solve, what till now you understood what I told? Oh. So we are discussing something called as basically the prelims roadmap for the upcoming 2025 examination. So from today till आपका 25th of आपका May, you are having something called as 100 days left with you. In 100 days, if you are studying 11 hours per day, you are having 1100 hours. Now this number is constant. This is not going to change. Whatever number of hours you study, finally you will come out of 1000 to 1100 hours. In this 1100 hours, you are having 5 tasks to do. One is reading of the GS subjects. Second, seeing the PYQs. Third is basically, other than the PYQs, what we have is basically other than PYQs, what you do is आपका current affairs, mocks and revision. Correct. So these are the 5 things that you have to do in 1100 hours for every subject. Now out of this all the subjects, if you consider each subject, it gets about 100 hours to 110 hours, but we will not divide equal time among all the subjects. Reason being input output ratio. Now if you consider about 3 subjects as per the all PYQs, then what we understand is that maximum output what you get is from the 3 subjects: polity, economy and environment. They are the 3 major subjects. In this context, now if you consider polity per se के लिए it is none other than it's a basic subject. People tend to revise prelims का PT 365, which I personally feel is not necessary for so called as polity. This is what is my opinion. Now question is, if this is my opinion, then what is the right way? What I used to do, for example, have you read polity? You are from batch 2026, huh? 25, no? This just started, no? Okay, anyways, I got what is the problem. Okay, so this is not done to you anything, no? Polity completed? Okay, so have you solved the questions about this? PYQ is solved? I am asking PYQs, have you solved? That is the problem. Because I will tell not his, because PYQs will give me idea where I went incorrect. Correct? Lack of knowledge वगैरह. And fifth here, the reason is basically not understanding the question. So these are the only 5 errors, not understanding questions. So these are the only 5 major mistakes, याद रखना. Only 5 mistakes which students commit in the examination hall, and because of this polity ka at least 4 to 5 questions you go incorrect in actual examination. Because only 5 things. 1, misunderstanding, misinterpreting, lack of understanding. I hope you understood. Now in this context, once you solved 45 MCQs, then you will understand about this topic. Which topic I am speaking right now here? I am not speaking about complete polity per se. I am speaking about what, guys? Fundamental, right? Fundamental duties, DPSP, preamble. Logical as per aligned to that. Now in this context, what I did, I have divided the, now question is from PYQs, I did analysis also. I am doing analysis. Now in this analysis, which analysis I am doing? Of this topic only, not complete polity. On one day, I will do only one thing, that is solve MCQs 1 hour, identify where I am going correct, incorrect. For that, I will take another 15 minutes, correct? For this, I will need kitna? 15 minutes logical. Then I am going to do analysis. What do analysis means? One, what is the focus area of UPSC? Focus area of UPSC. Next is nature of the question. These are the only two things which I need to understand. So now focus area of the UPSC, in this two, I got to know is that fundamental rights and so called as DPSP is a are basically focus area. Now in this context, nature of the question, there are only 4 ways in the questions are asked. Which questions? All these 45 questions, I can club it into 4 types. One, conceptual question of fundamental rights, conceptual. Second is आपका factual, is factual. Then multiple statement based question, correct? Now in conceptual question, what is the topic that is asked? How are fundamental rights and DPSPs correlated to each other? What is the meaning of liberty? Matlab, philosophical questions about the terms are asked. Article 35 speaks about what? Prelims you are going to give now? Polity is done now. What is 35? What is 37? Getting the point? DPSP represents the things which are fundamental in the governance of the country. Am I right? So this is a PYQ. How did I know this? On the basis of this analysis. I am not speaking something else. You can see this. So first thing is that I need to know the terms and its basic meaning, that is philosophy behind fundamental rights, fundamental duties, etc. Got it? Now factual questions. There are only 3 factual questions. One, which of the following are liberal intellectual? Which of them are Gandhian DPSPs, etc. I hope you are getting the idea. Multiple statements means they will give one question, that is consider the following statements in the context of this 1, 2 and then this. Am I right? So what I did, first I took a topic. There are total 10 topics as per this polity, what is divided here. This is as per the past 30 years papers. Politica, there are total 30 topics, 10 topics, 10 as per this. So what we have done, we have taken first day 2 topics, correct? So total days, how much time I will take? 4 days. 5 days. I will take 5 days. Am I right? So in 5 days, what I am going to do, first hour I am going to solve the MCQs. Let that be correct or incorrect. It does not matter. If it is correct, I have not written anything. If it is incorrect, these are the 5 reasons. Next, on the basis of analysis, these are the your so called as आपका nature of the questions. Or getting the point? For this, I am taking to understand this focus areas and this part. I am going to take, or there can be basically something, if you want, whatever the YouTubers tell is that there is current affair based question, which I find it very, very less. There are only 4 types of questions that can be asked: conceptual, factual, current affair based and multiple statement based. Am I right? On which topic? First 2 topics of polity. This is how you have to do for all the topics. Getting the point? It can be done. For this analysis, you will take another 30 minutes maximum of only 2 topics. I am not saying complete polity. I am just speaking about only 40 MCQs. Correct? And that also just overview, not in detail. I am not saying, I am not asking you to read the answer options. Someone was saying that I take more time. I am just trying to say overlook. So total time that you invested is 1 hour, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 45 minutes. 30 plus 15, 45, 1 hour, 45 minutes. So first step, you will invest about 1 hour, 45 minutes basically in doing all this. This will help you to get complete clarity about what is needed and what is not needed. Now comes the second step. In second step, now what you do? Now you take your Lakshmikant example. Now you take Lakshmikant. In this second step, now when you are taking Lakshmikant, take only those topics 1, 2, 3, 4. Which are those topics? Fundamental rights, fundamental duties, preamble and so called as salient features. Correct? Getting the point? DPSPs, fundamental duties, etc. Now here, first read the index. Read the index. This is how the preparation should go. Index. Does anyone have basically Lakshmikant right now here? Index means what? Index में what is given in Lakshmikant का index? For example, fundamental right. उन्होंने क्या किया ऐसे 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't go inside and read directly. सोचो. Fundamental rights, first point. This is what it is. There are 6 fundamental rights. These are the 6 fundamental right to equality. 14 to 18. These are 19 to 22. Okay. 23, 24. Okay. ये case था. Okay. Fine. DPSP fundamental. You are trying to do active recalling, recollecting from active recall, recollect from all the information, plus you'll also keep in mind the PYQs, matlab which areas are there. Got it? And then go inside and then start to read. Now tell me, will your reading be more efficient or less efficient? More efficient. Now when you are doing reading, use markers. Which markers? 3 types of markers. I had 3 types of markers, which I had a yellow marker, I had a green marker, and I had basically orange marker. This is what you are getting in the market. My orange marker represented the fact that has been asked in the examination. Example, which DPSP shifted forest from state to concurrent list. ये मुझे पता होना है. Article 48A, what it is? This is a fact. I don't know, and I have forgotten. Plus, I have committed mistake over here. So for this, it was my incorrect. So for this, I will underline that point in my book with orange color. So what happens when second revision I am going to do? This complete nothing I will know, but I will pakka know this fact. This it was incorrect. So this will get recalled in my memory. I hope you are getting the point. For green, what will I do? Is basically yellow means basically generic points. Understand, this is a scientific way of studying. This is a fact. Second, green means basically so called as something called as current affair is ongoing about that particular thing. Example, president or speaker. Yellow means normally if you feel that these are more important topics that you can understand, or PYQs wala point you can highlight with the yellow. PYQ wala yellow points. In that PYQs fact wala point with the orange, and green wala with the current affairs. So what will happen over the period of time when you are opening your book, you will just see colors. So in that colors, when you are reading it, you perfectly your mind will identify aise tha. Getting the point, this happens. You try to study in this way. So first you have done active recalling, plus now you are using this, done, and finally after this you will try to revise it in 1 hour. Now when you are revising, you will not revise complete book cover to cover. You just go through this marked portions of the marked portion or underlined portion of the book. I hope you are understanding. This is what was my strategy for the examination. So this 4 reading, first when I am doing this will take another 15 minutes for me. 15 minutes to go through the index of 4 chapters, and I am actively recalling vagera. I am saying that I will not be able to recall, that is 100% sure, but at least I will try now. 10 minutes, investing 10 minutes will going to give me boost over here. So first 10 minutes active recalling revision. Ashish Sir have taught me biodiversity. Ashish Sir have taught me ecosystem, forest ecosystem. These were the points. He was speaking about the so-called as national initiatives, global initiatives. These were the things. So at least if I get an idea, that structured understanding, the things will be easy for me to prepare. I hope you are understanding. For this 15 minutes, for reading I will give 2 hours completely shanti se. Correct, but not more than that. And for revision I will give another 30 minutes. 30 minutes. So if you consider here again, this is my 2 hour 45 ka journey, plus this is my so called as 1 hour 45 minutes. So in 4 hours at any cost, you have to complete these 2 topics at any cost. Why? 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 Why, guys? Come on. Because this is constant. And you cannot give more time for this because the rest of them are also there. Na? We don't have any choice. We have this much only choice. Getting the point? Still one thing is remaining. So now what you will do, exactly like this, second step is done. Now third step. In third step again, in third step you will take next 2 topics and you repeat the procedure. Repeat the procedure. Correct? So once half of the topics are done, out of 10, 5 topics are done, then immediately you will solve the mock. Which mock? Subject wise mock. Subject wise mock, not comprehensive. Subject wise, in subject wise you will see only that much of the 5 chapters. Now here comes this question, when someone was asking me that in this subject wise there are Telegram channels who have divided this CAPF, CDS examination ka PYQs. Now in this PYQs they have completely divided topic wise. You download it, now you have read it, you have seen PYQs, everything. Now you solve this. Getting the point? Plus you are solving a mock. And now when you are going incorrect again in this, then again go back to the book, again read the content which you have gone incorrect and again highlight it with the marker. Getting the point? So you, what happens over the period of time? You will remember the things which you went incorrect, not the things which are correct. For this you have to go back. Getting the point? Now coming to one more important point which one of the student have asked. In this mock, now here what I am saying mock, in this mock how much is the time that one should invest? Correct? One should invest the time in the mock. Now this is what he asked. Absolutely right question. Now here you are solving 100 MCQs on which topics? Which topics you are solving right now? 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I right? 4 topics. You have already seen PYQs. Am I right? Already you have seen the PYQs. 45 PYQs plus now you have read that complete details vagera, and then now you are solving the mock on these 4 topics plus here next 2 topics will also be included. Correct? So 6 topics, 100 MCQs you are solving. Now out of this 100 MCQs, let us assume if you are getting what I used to do, if you are getting 50 correct, 60 correct you get generally and 40 incorrect. Now what I used to do, I used to maintain a diary. Okay, diary. In that diary, what you guys do is you guys write the question which you went incorrect. I will not do that. What I will do, this 40 things which I did incorrect, where it related to which of this reason. Despite knowing that there are my 5 mistakes, which are the mistakes which I again committed. I had decided not to do this, but despite that what I did, when I solved this, out of this 40 questions, incorrect question, there are my mistakes. Which are these mistakes? For example, I did a silly mistake while reading, I misinterpreted, I had lack of knowledge or whatever it is. If only mistake is justifiable is this wala, that is lack of knowledge. If I am not knowing any particular thing, then no problem. That is why we are solving the paper. But other than this, these 3-4 mistakes are not justifiable in the mocks. Getting the point? I hope you are understanding. Now, when it comes to reading the answers of this or explanation of this particular questions, I will not read of 60 questions, and in 40 questions also I will give prioritize the things which I don't know. Matlab the questions which I had incorrect idea or lack of knowledge. What happens? I will tell you. When you solve Insights, Vision, Forum, Vajiram test series, in all the test, when you are getting this 100 MCQs and this explanation part, correct? Explanation part, which is of almost itna bada size, definitely you will have some more additional information. So what we feel is that let me collect that information. I personally feel that is a trap. whatever is the information is sufficient here. So other than this, any information is given here, then it has two things. One, it has very less chances that it can be asked in the examination. One. Second, it has very less chances that you can recall that in actual 2 hours time. So is there any time in investing time here? So what is more output based? This particular thing, that is 40 questions which were incorrect, where you had lack of knowledge, those concepts you can note it down in your original book or in Lakshmikant itself. One. Secondly, here for additional information, whatever is the additional information, you should not collect it from my perspective. If out of this 40 questions, 20 questions you have done the mistakes with respect to silly mistakes, misinterpreting, lack of recall, then what I suggest students is that for that 20 questions, you go back to Lakshmikant and there you highlight that with another particular normal pen or pencil. Normal pen के साथ, black pen के साथ, you highlight it. It is good. So rather than investing time in this explanation ka part, you going back and reading this and revising this will give you 3 advantages. One, first, this book you are seeing it for 10 times. Already आपने क्या किया था here? What you had done? This was your Lakshmikant. You had taken this book. Already now this is completely orange, green, वगैरह underlined. Plus now you already have complete pictorial images in your mind. You know completely, this was the question asked. Why? Because that were the marked parts. Am I right? This was my incorrect. Okay. Now again after solving that mock, I came back here on the same page, another point. But when I am underlining that, when I am reading up and down, I again go into deep. So one source, I am going to deep. That is giving you more clarity. Getting the point? What happens when you are reading this explanation? This is now closed somewhere else. You are having that vision ka basically explanation that you are going to throw somewhere else later. Everything is going into silos. Let us make it concrete efforts. सिर्फ यहाँ पे जाके this is what is the DPSP article 48A. This is about this particular labor for forest, वगैरह. That's it. This already I had highlighted. 42nd Amendment Act was asked. How will I know it is highlighted, na? Because that was the first step that I did. Getting the idea. Second step में this I did, and now third step में I read next 2 points and 5 steps. Okay, after that I am doing the mock. Again I am highlighting. That means I am going to deeper. Trust me, this has phenomenal impact over the period of time. This process you will repeat and you will complete the polity part. I hope how the preparation has to be done. What happened with respect to this? We aligned 3 things. Polity, we aligned to basically reading, PYQs plus current affair. We have not done it. Correct? क्यों नहीं किया? Okay, when we find the time, we will do it later. Because anyways, why I know this? Why I can know this? On the basis of 45 MCQs. That is the previous year questions. These are what? From 1995 to 2024. 1995 to 2024. If you just do 45 questions, complete solving, correct, incorrect, and then analysis, then I completely know how many of them are current affair based and how many of them are normal traditional based. 98% are normal traditional based. So for 2%, I personally will not invest more time on current affairs. Getting the point? So here the idea is pretty simple. For polity, where was I? For polity, what I am going to do, static. Okay, for your polity, this is the static part, correct? Methodology, I hope you understood. Method you understood. So in this context, at least I am going to solve at least 3 to 4 sectional test. Sectional test of what? Polity. Why? There are 10 topics here, correct? 10 topics. 10 topics, 3, 3, 3, 3. If it 3, 3, 3, 2, whatever you want, you can do it. So 3 sectional test plus at least 2 comprehensive polity ka test. Polity test, that is on complete polity. I will solve 2 tests. Matlab at least how many papers I have solved? 5 papers plus all the PYQs. Correct? At least how many? 5 to 6 mocks only on what? Polity plus all the PYQs. Am I right? How many PYQs I have solved? 15 into past 11 years ka also you do. That is about 165. Am I right? So 165 I have done to pura detail at least 2013 till 2024. Am I right? Each year 15 questions means last 10 years 150 questions. Detail plus these are the 5 things. I hope you are getting the idea. Now, I hope you got it. Exactly same procedure you will follow for you will follow for what? You will follow for economy. But in economy, you will add one more step. In economy, same things will happen. Economy, what you will do? Here what they have done, exactly like this, anything you can take. You can align to Sriram book, you can align to Nitin Singhania, whatever you want. But this is how it should be done. So for example, let me take example. So here economy, the first point is GDP, GNP, national income. Second point is planning, reforms, human development. I don't think these both are important. What I would have done, directly GDP, GNP and then banking and money, financial market. These are 3 points. I will study these 3 topics, financial marketing, vagera vagera, PYQs of these 3 topics. Correct? That will be about 50 MCQs I will solve. I will understand where I am knowing it. I may be knowing it, I may not be knowing it. I will go through it, getting the point, exact same. Correct? Then I will read it. I will try to recall from my economy notes, same procedure. Only thing change that will be done is this part. Here economy, I hope you got it. For economy, as I mentioned, first step, second step, third step. This is how the reading should be done, huh? Because preparation, how the preparation should be done. This is what is the active way of learning the things. First, second, third. In first stage, what I did pura PYQs and the detail. What PYQs? See how this is how PYQs. Am I right? All the PYQs I solved. Am I right? Few of them got correct, few of them got incorrect. Does not matter. If the incorrect are 90%, that is good. Okay, at least you will understand what is happening. There also, the incorrect reasons can be one of the reason. That incorrect reason is current affair based questions. Correct? In economy, there can be current affair based questions which you are not knowing. In economy, there is basically something called as linkage based question, that is demand and supply. Linkage based questions which you may be getting incorrect. So these are the 7 reasons. Additional 2 reasons are there for what? Economy. Am I right? So when you are solving all economy ka PYQs topic wise, which are the topics that we are going to take? Banking, GDP and GNP. Only 3 topics. So uska PYQs correct, incorrect. Then we are going to do analysis. Banking questions ka bhi same analysis. 1 conceptual based questions, 2nd factual based questions, current affair based question, and basically multiple statement. Example, monetary policy community is a factual question. Correct? Basal reforms is a factual question. I hope everyone is getting. So depending upon that, I have clubbed all these 3 topics ka. Second, when I start to read, this is my second step. When I start to read, now what I am going to read? Those 3 topics from what? Any book that you have read. That can be Mrunal Sir ka, that can be from basically Sriram, or that can be from Nitin Singhania. You will read only those 3 topics. First step is, you will see the index page. First step, index page. You will try to active recall, and then first index page, active recall, recollect PYQs. Then you will read, and then you will revise. Getting the point? After this is done, that is reading. That is these steps. Second step, index, read, revise. Correct? Index, read, revise. How? I have mentioned there. Revise. Now here the third step is additional. What is the additional step? Which are the topics that we are studying here? PYQs, that is topics. PYQs, today's topics from past 30 years. We are studying 3 topics. 1, 2, 3. GDP, GNP, national income questions plus monetary policy, and I'm also studying something called as banking. Am I right? So these are my 3 topics that we have studied. PYQs I analyzed, correct? What I have done about this analysis, about this, and basically correct and incorrect questions, correct and incorrect questions, and analyze the reasons for this, correct? Reasons for this. After this, what I have done, index page of the source book. Source can be basically my so-called as Shriram book, or it can be Nitin Singhania, or it can be anything, class notes also, anything. Then I am reading that, then I am revising. Now here what I am going to do in third step, this is only additional step. Here immediately I am going to take magazine, current affair magazine, correct? Here this is the simultaneously I will do this, current affair magazine. Now which current affair magazine I will take? For example, economic I will take. In this economy, if you just see, anyone has current affair magazine with him right now? Any institution? All these institutions, what they have done, they have divided current affairs into section. They have also done what? 3 sections. You see insights, you see vision, anything. In that current affair magazines, you are going to study only 3 things. What is the first thing? GDP and national income, correct? Because this is what you have studied, this is what you have seen PYQs, this is what you have read, vagera. Now, second, what you are going to study from current affairs is simultaneously banking. Example, I am taking a banking. Now, why studying here? Why study simultaneously? Why simultaneous study? Simultaneous study. Why to study simultaneously? Reasons are 2 to 3. 1. Third. Now tell me, if you are having complete idea about what is GDP, what is GNP, what are the changes that have taken place, where if you have read the book, correct, if you are recalled, everything is done. Now tell me, if you are knowing all these things, then the time required for reading the current affair, is it more or less? Plus you are underlined in your standard book all the things which are correct, incorrect, factual, everything, the same procedure will go. Am I right? Ayana. The time required will be very less. Second, you will understand the changes which have been added or removed from the computation method of GDP, banking, what are the significant changes and what can be the probable questions. I hope you are understanding. You will also understand trend in the economies, vagera, vagera. So, it will give me an idea to keep the things in आपका mind. So, it will help me to understand पूरा का पूरा concept. I hope you understood. So, this is why simultaneous reading will be done. Getting the point? And then read more topics. Then is my fourth step. Fourth steps. Again, new topics. New 2 topics. New 2 topics. This can be, for example, inflation, fiscal policy, correct? Fiscal policy. And after this, fifth step, once the 5 topics are done, at least fifth step, then you can take basically one mock. And in this mock, don't read all the details completely, because if there is any current affair based question, only for that respective question, read the detailed explanation. Getting the point? समझ में आ रहा है पूरा? Everyone done? So exactly in this way, you will do it for economy. I hope you understood the procedure for economy. In this context, for economy, what I feel is that here you have solved kitna 5 MCQs. Here I will ask you to solve at least 6 mock tests, 6 to 7 mock tests. I hope you understood. So this is a methodology that you should follow for economy. Done. Coming to environment. Exact same procedure. How many chapters Ashish Sir have taught you? 6. इसमें भी 6 chapters are there. Correct? In this book also there are 6 chapters. Next, in chapter number 1, Ashish Sir has taught you forest ecosystem separately, land degradation separately, everything separately. In this book also the same things are done. So first step क्या होगा? Same procedure. First directly solve the PYQs, then you read the things, correct? Then you read here one more thing. Simultaneously you read something called as current affairs, correct? Current affairs, and then you use lot of I would say PYQs के बाद here you do lot of Google work that is horizontal search plus detail of each option, Q, because this is the procedure that you should follow for so called as environment. This will bring maximum output. I am telling you only on the basis of only one thing, that is आपका input and output. I hope everyone is understanding. Is there any doubt here? Clear? Now here what I have done, I have told you the procedure, how it should be, how many marks it should be. Now here, more weightage rather than giving the marks should be given for what? Species and basically आपका mapping points. Now this species and mapping you can do through two ways. One, images. Second, Google, so that you can remember. And mapping, what you can do, you can solve through MCQs, mapping ka points. And geography NCRTs, whatever the mapping points are given in 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th will be asked by UPSC 100% in the past 4 years. I hope you are understanding. Exactly point wise I am telling you what to do, what not to do, when to do. I hope you understood. Now once this your foundation is done, this is the foundation done. Now here what I feel, come to this point, all these things are happening simultaneously, am I right? 5 things. Now question is how much time you should give for each thing, and second, this is what I am telling you about preparation phase. During this phase I will tell what happens, and during this phase also I will tell what happens. This phase everyone understood. Now in this context, when I am speaking about this time period, 10th of Feb to 28th March vagera. So here if I divide it like this, 10th of Feb to 20th of Feb, 20th of Feb to 28th Feb, March, April, March, April, May I have not taken, 1st to 15th, 16th to 30th, 1st to 15th, 16th to 30th. I hope you are understanding. So this is my major wala. So this is what is my major, 1, 2, 3 months. So these are the 3 months that I have with me right now. I have not written May because May is reserved completely for 2 things. In May, 20 days May, only 3 things are to be done. One is आपका original paper solving in time, paper solving. I know original matlab UPSC, not mock test. In last 7 days, no mock test of insights also, vision also, nothing. Why? Because your mind should be aligned to UPSC, not to insights, not to vision. You have to clear this UPSC examination, not insights ka. What I had done, I had joined one test series called as Career Launcher Test Series. At that time, I used to score exceptionally very well. But what happened in the examination when I went, I was completely aligned to something called as, after giving 45 tests, to the person who was making the paper in Career Launcher, that is a coaching class. I hope you are understanding. Now what will happen if you are solving 50 papers of vision? You will be aligned to, and if I am a paper setter of vision, I am setting the paper. We are a group of 5 people, 5 people are setting the paper. All comprehensive papers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people are setting. You guys are solving that paper. That means you 5 people are getting aligned to our 5 people ka ideology. This we 5 people making the paper is a testing simulating environment. This is not correct. In the last few days, what is correct in last few? Leave us 5 people. Bas isko le lo. One who is preparing UPSC paper, you get aligned to this person ka ideology. Get into footsteps of what he is thinking. What is the language of the paper? What I am saying, language of the paper. Language of the paper. Second, where can elimination skills be useful? Only in certain cases, not all. Only in few cases. Few cases. And it's a last resort. Last resort when we don't have anything. Logical paper solving to align ourselves. To align ourselves. This is the one thing that you are going to do in the May. Second, in May, what you are going to do? You are going to revise the current affairs what you read of the 4 subjects. Which are the 4 subjects? Current affairs के लिए there are 4 major subjects. 1, economy, environment, science and tech. These are the most important. Other than this, everything is important, I know. But one of the students was asking, if we skip something, if you are not having any time, then mandatorily, at least these 4 ka, you should compulsory read the current affairs. Only 4 ka, if you are reading this also, it's fine. Economy, environment, science and tech, and IR. Questions you can solve from these things. Question is how to know major things. So now what you have done? So basically you have read something called as magazine. Which magazine you might be reading? Which magazine you read? शर्म करो, मेरे क्लास में बैठे हो. Anyways, coming to the point. So magazine you read. I hope whatever you want you read it. But what I would suggest is that, have you seen PIB? PIB. How to read PIB? Do you know? How to read PIB? Now, once you are done completely, so here what you do? Just sing. Don't take compilations. Don't take compilations because that is not a right way. PIB website. So now here, go to PIB websites. Understand? Go to the PIB website. All press releases. For example, here we are interested only 3 ministries, not any other ministries. Schemes वगैरह 2 questions आएगा. Which ministries? Women, child, tribal, etc. अपने पास उतना time है नहीं. We don't have that much time. सिर्फ 1 or 2 subjects. 1, we will take something called as basically, let us consider Ministry of Environment. Example, Ministry of Environment. Date 9th of Feb वगैरह. So here you can basically zero. So all, right? All press releases. In the month of which, let us go back to just, what can I say, from September. Okay, September 2024. Perfect. Now here I am not going to read all the details. So here I know that these are the total press release. These are about 40 or 25. So here if you just see, एक पेड़ माँ के नाम. एक पेड़ माँ के नाम means afforestation. Easily one can basically decode the question. So UPSC will not make this question. Don't read. How I do? A nationwide, nahin, trust me. How do IIT ka people crack this examination? This is how they do it. They are exceptionally smart. A nationwide success in afforestation, ek ped ke naam campaign. So now, imagine if you are not knowing any particular idea about this ek ped maa ke naam campaign, you don't know anything. But from this word, can we, ek ped means 1 ped. Now here it is Hindi. Ek ped, ma means mother. In the name of mother, 1 plant you are going to, basically you are going to plant 1 tree. So when you are planting 1 tree, what are the benefits that it is going to bring? All the social, ecological, economic benefits that the afforestation will bring. The same benefits will be here. So if you just open this, for example, if you just open this, you will find same things mentioned over here. I hope you are understanding. So I personally feel there is no absolute no need in reading this. Coming to the point, next question. Now out of this, how much time I am doing giving? Dekho, 7 to 8 minutes, not more than that. Already I know CAQM, quality on air quality management. I know each and every detail about it. 12 indicators, which are those, how are those, what are this? Ayana. Because after reading basics, I am doing this, not before reading basics. This is what mistakes that you do. I have taught everything. National Air Quality Index, National Air Quality Standards, National नेशनल एम्बिएंट एयर क्वालिटी स्टैंडर्ड्स वगैरह वगैरह, करेक्ट. CAQM subcommittee of GRAP takes stocks of the current air quality. Now every year Delhi ka air quality changes, but for that there is something called as GRAP. So what UPSC can ask you, graded response action plan is related to what? So that is given in your notes, no need to read it. Next point, ministry achieved target of planting 80 crore sampling ek ped, again same, correct. Swachh Vayu Divas, now every time Swachh Vayu Divas will be there. If you want, just see which ministry, same ministry will be giving, correct, because we are seeing the same ministry. Then what I want to say is that here celebrating World Rhino Day. Now here when you are seeing this, UPSC loves to ask rhino population, whether it is increasing or decreasing. That fact you can get it here. I hope you're understanding. If not, chhod do. Getting the point. So out of this, all this, basically ministry achieves someone, someone and announces open celebrated in New Delhi, Montreal. See here, World Ozone Day celebrated in New Delhi with the theme. So that means very, very important, Ozone Day. For that we are having three things: Vienna Convention, Montreal Protocol, Kigali Agreement. Am I right? So in this context, Montreal Protocol ke bare mein question hai. Plus this was celebrated in India. That means it becomes much more important. So basics. So once you go through this, is there something new? Are you understanding it? So what I did, within 4 minutes, I went through all these things and I found only two things which are important in the month of September. Getting the point? So this is how I align myself to this. Exactly same if I want to consider earth science ministry, because iska bhi something let us consider in the month of August, correct? Because in international science, instead of this, I personally feel science and tech ministry is more important. Ministry of Science and Tech. I hope you are getting the point what I am trying to now. Ministry of Science and Tech, let me consider September. In Science and Tech, if there is something called as, dekho, Jitendra Singh announces establishment of thematic hubs and technical groups on National Quantum Mission. So now you go here, what is quantum computing? Simple basic can be asked, you will get a term. Science and tech may, if you are knowing some idea, you can immediately solve a question. But for that you need to have that idea of that particular simple word. That word you can get it from this particular part. I hope you got it. What I am emphasizing you is that here in current affairs, do thoroughly only 4 things which I used to do. I personally feel the output is exceptionally high for these particular 4 subjects, and then personally I feel 1 PIB is more than sufficient, and that also upar se. That's it. Getting the point? 1. Now here, how to divide the things. So revising the current affairs and solving the UPSC previous year questions, and the last one is important themes. Revising themes. Revising not book. Revising themes. Important in what? GS plus facts. Which facts you are going to revise? Example, Jainism, Buddhism, which are the sects, which are the non-sects, which is the national park, which is the species, that you are going to do. What I am doing? I am doing planning from the bottom. Why? Because this is going to be my 3rd iteration or 2nd iteration from now. I should have 2 iterations minimum, 2 to 3. Now here, in this 10 days, what I am going to do, let us try to understand. In this 10 days, I will have the following things. First, now this is my first, this is my second, this is my third. So I am having 6 slots. 6 slots, 2 slots if I divide, 12 subjects I can do. Am I right? But here first I will do major subjects. 10 days, first paper, first GS, another GS. This GS is a major subject. This I am going to do minor GS subject. Minor GS subject. In this minor GS subject, I am going to give hardly 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours. And for this, I am going to give basically at least 5 hours or 5.5 hours. 5.5 hours. Correct? I am not going to give separate current affairs ka time. इसी में सब कुछ डालूंगा मैं. Then I will tell you what. Here, this major subject which I am going to do here is polity. So polity ko, how much time I am getting? 10 into 5.5 is about how much? 55 hours. हाँ या ना यार, कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा क्या? आ रहा है क्या? Are you understand? How many days are this? 15 नहीं क्या? 10 ना? मैथ्स आता है ना इतना. Per day, how much time I am giving for polity? 5.5 hours. How many days are these? 10. 10 into 5.5. हो गया. 10 into 5. 5.5 is 55 hours. 55 hours I am going to give for this. Am I right? सब कुछ टाइम में चाहिए ना, because hours are constant with me. Even 100 hours ही है मेरे पास. Understand this. The students who are going to give this PT. And here I will get about 33 hours for what? One simple subject I will take IR. IR के लिए 33 hours are more than sufficient. Directly what I will do? I will take this wala part, current affairs, complete from that, done. I hope you got it. Polity. Now polity I may need some more time. So that is why here I am giving few more days, 8 days for what? Polity. Polity 8 more days. Now 8 days, 5 more hours. 8 into 5, 8 5 are 40. 45 days नहीं, 45 hours. Hours में चल रहा है ये. बच्चों, daily you will be studying 11 hours, 11 to 12 hours, correct? In 11 to 12 hours, you will be doing 3 things. One is one major subject GS, second is minor subject GS, and third I want to give it for what? Current affairs, or I am saying mock, or I am saying CSAT. Out of these 3 things we are having, how much time we are having? Basically 11 hours. So out of this 11 hours, how I am dividing this? I am giving 5.5 hours for this, I am giving 3.5 hours for minor subject, and for this I am going to give about 2 hours. Am I right? कितना होता है ये total? 5.5 plus 3.5, 9. 9 plus 2, 11. हो गया 11. Am I right? So this is what I am dividing. First major, minor GS subject, that is major GS subject, minor GS subject, and the third part. Major GS subject, I am giving polity as a major GS subject. I hope everyone got the point. Polity के लिए I have given 90 hours, which is more than sufficient. Actually, you should try to complete it in first 10 days only. But here, if you just see which are the subjects that I have, which are the subjects, polity is done now. Second chota subject is IR is done. Am I right? Now, second major subject I am going to take output wise only, that is economy. And with economy, another minor subject I am going to take is about science and tech. I hope you are understanding. So how? I am going to put it here. Economy, and here I am going to do science and tech. I am really sorry, science and tech will start here only. Science and tech will start here only. Perfect. Getting the point? So economy and science and tech. I am saying economy, science and tech you can complete in about 8 to 10 days. I hope you are understanding it. So another time that what you have extra, you will this give it for another economy. But not 30 days, but 15 days. I personally feel 15 days. 15 5 are 15. 1 to 15 matlab 15 days. Per day 5 hours. 15 5 are 75. 75 plus another 7 hours, that is about 82 hours is sufficient for economy. Correct? Science and tech, you will get 8 days. 8 into 3, 24. 24, that is 30 hours. You can stretch, but not stretch beyond this. I hope you got it. Now with economy, another subject that what you are going to start, let us start with basically simple minor subject, because economy is much more, I would say, more strainful. So science tech is already done. So small subject you take. What I feel, this small subject, factual subject, which I feel you should take, is आपका so called as ancient. Why? I will tell you later. Because anyways, इसका output is going to be 0 only. Correct? How many questions are there from ancient art and culture every year? Any idea? You are from new batch. You are done polity, right? How many questions are there from polity? Sorry, ancient art and culture? 2. How many are there from total from history? Total history. Modern, medieval, art and culture, 18. It is average is about, suno, एक year से नहीं, average is about 14 questions. Out of this 14 questions, 7 are from modern and 7 cumulatively are from ancient, medieval, art and culture. Out of this 7, ऊपर से अगर कोई भी आए ब्रह्मा जी, तो भी 2-3 पता नहीं होते अपने को. Correct? So question is about how many questions? 4 questions. Out of that 4, any 2, with your basic knowledge, you can solve 2. बचा 2 questions. For that 2 questions, किच-किच नहीं करना है. छोड़ दो. नहीं, this is what I used to do. This is what I used to do. Trust me, this is why I have cleared with a very comfortable margin. So that is why I will do that wala part. For example, if I am planning ancient art and culture, this I will complete. 15 days is also too much for this ancient art and culture. उल्टा मुझे लगता है कि with this I personally feel that modern history, I think modern history will complete first. But modern history, will it be heavy for you? हाँ, आपका तो पढ़ के ही नहीं हुआ. I am speaking about the students who are giving prelims. What do you think? Modern history, will it be heavy with so-called as economy? Yes, sir. So ancient is better, ancient art and culture, because this confidence you will have कि ऐसे भी नहीं आता, तो जितना होता है उतना होने दो. Correct? So here you will be starting with so-called as here you will be starting with geography, and here you will be doing NV, environment, geography, NV, and third subject agriculture cumulatively should be done in this 15 days, because geography, NV, agri is a one subject only which we have divided into 3 subjects. Are you understanding it? Plus here you can borrow the time, this out of this 1 to ancient art and culture, I am writing it here, ancient art and culture, you do it only from 1st of March to 10th of March, only 10 days is sufficient, correct? And then immediately NV you can do it from what? Up 11th of March till 30th of March, 30th of March, am I right? 30th of March, done. समझ में आ रहा है पूरा? Plus here you will simultaneously complete geography and agri also. I hope everyone is clear with this. Now come to this point. If you just see all the subjects 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 are done in detail with the procedure which I told. Am I right? Now you are left with what? Modern history and your schemes part, which I used to do sabse last. I hope you got it. With this, here what I will do, here along with this first part here I will do is आपका, here I will do consolidated revision, consolidation plus revision, one more revision. कैसे? कैसे? I will tell you here. Consolidation plus revision. How many subjects you have done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 subjects now. How many days are having? 15. 4 days per subject. Per subject is my revision का time. Perfect. Second revision हो रहा है. Plus here, this is to be done in the first slot. In second slot here I will start with what? Modern history. Modern history. Now here in this remaining daily, how much hours you are studying? What I told you? Basically this is our third. What is this? First major, minor, and this is my third. Here this 2 hours, 5 plus 3 is 8 and half, 8 plus आपका 1 hour 9. So how much time is left अपने पास daily? 2 hours. In this 2 hours, what I personally feel, you can do, depending upon your convenience, you can do either CSAT or alternate day you solve mocks. I hope you are getting the point. So with this idea, till 20th of April, my idea is till 20 or maximum 25th of April. I will write it here. Till maximum 20th or 25th of April. What I have done? I have done 2 revisions. One is this wala and second is this wala revision. And then my third revision will go. So 3 revisions should be done in the 3 iterations. This is completely possible with this idea. Now if you just count the total number of hours, what I have done, exactly I have divided what we have done, 1100 hours. I hope you are getting the point. I have done. So here, with this context, I hope you got it. In today's open house, we are discussing about prelims. In prelims, what is the roadmap that one should have towards the till 25th of May? Till 25th of May, one needs to, one have basically only one thing, that is, आपका so called as 100 days are left, 1100s are there, 1100 hours, I have taken it on the daily basis. If you are studying for 11 hours, then you will be left with 1100 hours. In this 1100 hours, what to do, when to do, what to do, when to do, these things we have to do. What to do? We have to do all these 10 basic things. Schemes वगैरह you can put it anywhere. Anyways, output is going to be very less. 10 subjects and 5 things we have to do. Correct? Then question is which subjects to do basically first? 1, 2, 3. Which current affairs to do? Eco, NV, IR and science and tech. 4 major things in detail. Now how to do? Procedures are as follows. That is first polity, economy में additional current affairs plus NV, species and all detailed PYQs का all the details, micro details. Procedure is as follow. Correct? Don't directly read the books. Incorrect approach. Solve directly the PYQs. Take certain topics, solve it. See which are correct. Whatever is incorrect, where you are doing the mistakes out of that 7 pointers, no point, no problem. Then you will make a diary. These are the mistakes which I am committing. Then do the analysis of those topics PYQ. Then you will understand nature of topic. Then you start to read. But before reading, that is in the second step, don't directly again still go to the book. If anyone has any standard book of history, geography, political, can someone give it? GS ka any book, any subject, any book if you have, I will give idea. No one has any book क्या? साला 10th floor पे जाके कूद जाओ. I hope you understood this in Hindi. You have to go and jump any book. So now in this topics, when you are seeing the PYQs, after you solve, once you analyze, then before immediately starting to read the new book, see the index page. In index page, make a Hawkeye view. Hawkeye view reading is means what is ask WH questions. See the index, then see the structure. Then it will make a base. In that base, then you start to read. Now when you are reading, make use of the different markers, vagera, vagera, and after etc. etc. So when once you start to use markers, things, you will start to active recall, put pictorial images in your mind, everything. Once you do that, revise and consolidate that. Getting the point? The same procedure you follow for another few points, and then once you are done with the at least 4 or 5 topics, then you solve the mock. Now when you are solving the mock, you solve the mock. That is a good idea. Don't invest a lot of time in reading that explanation. Correct? Instead of that explanation, the questions which you have gone incorrect, go back to that basics book, highlight it again with the different type of marker. Here I went incorrect here. Only the things which you had lack of knowledge of out of this 40 questions, for that you can read the explanation. Else, no need of taking explanation copy from market also. Just take question papers and answer ka book. I hope you got it done. Then for current affair based subjects, same procedure. First step, PYQs, take the topics, directly solve, do the analysis, identify the reasons for the incorrectness. Second, then rather than directly reading the book, first you go to index page, try to actively recall everything, whatever you know, so that this exam is all about connectedness. Then you will understand, this is what is interconnected. Then you start to read, then you consolidate. Then third step is simultaneously the topics which you have done, only that topics ka current affairs use, read it from the magazines. I hope you got it. Don't read it from PIB initially, from the magazines, because in the magazines they have classified and structured and given. So let us first do, in the first reading, let us do all the such things. Once this is done, then again for the second, next you take another 2 more topics. So once 4 or 5 topics are done, then you take a sectional test. I hope you got it. Then when it comes to the another subject, like basically environment, vagera, vagera, same procedure you have to do. But here the PYQs and the answer options A, B, C, D. Example, if there are 4 species, if there are 4 national parks, other than the correct, the 3 incorrect, you need to do lot of Google. Let us try to understand details about those species. Write it on the original paper itself. Take the printout of last 10 years paper, original paper. In front of the papers itself, you are having some space. In front of that spaces, you write details about it. What is the IUCN? What does it eat? Vagera, vagera. Such things. Getting the point? So this is what you do for this third subject. Then what we did was we had to prioritize our preparation. We have prioritized our preparation by making our work more aligned. Kaise? Input, output. How? Because in a day, if you are taking the subjects where both the subjects are going to yield more output, but productivity reduces from morning to evening, correct? So let us better take one subject which has very high output plus is very important, second very small subject which are hardly 4 to 5 questions. Am I right? So that is why we have taken one major and another minor, correct? So in this section we have taken all the major subjects. So except this wala. Why? Because this itself is a one aapka topic itself. Getting the point? So depending upon this, my idea is that if I was writing this prelims, I would have done this as my first iteration, which is detailed. Here I would have consolidated this and then I would have moved towards modern history and schemes ka part, and then still I would be having 10 days of buffer, and then I will have 25 days. In 25 days, in the last 10 days, I am not going to open any mocks. Whatever I have solved, I am going to take only original papers. I will align myself, my ideology to it. I will revise the important themes, vagera vagera. This is what is my idea. Now, when I come for the D day, 2 hours, depending upon PYQs. I hope you got it, everyone. Now, in this context, these were your avkas so called as the questions, correct? So called as these are your questions. I hope you got the strategy. In this context, when I come to the examination on 25th of May, now imagine this is what you came for, that is exam hall. You entered exam hall. Most important in exam hall is my mindset, second is my paper, and third is my strategy. These are the 3 things that I had in my mind. I have 2 strategies, that is strategy A, main strategy which I am going to follow, and second is my strategy B. Strategy matlab in simple words so that you can understand, plan A, this is what I am going to do, and this is my plan B. I will always carry one more extra plan with me in my examination hall so that I can defeat you guys. Matlab you are opponents only in examination, correct? Everyone. Now, what is the mindset? First point in the mindset is that, everyone feels afraid. First, acceptance. Trust me, acceptance. Acceptance of what? For me, the acceptance was of what? Surprise. I had made my mindset like this. If there are more surprises, more difficulty level, 100% I will clear this exam with respect to you. Because you guys will, because imagine there is a paper and out of all of us, this 100 students, if we want to select 25 students, 100% I know if I am mentally ready for more surprises, for more difficulty, you guys will get panicked. I also don't know, you also don't know, but I am mentally ready for the situation. This is the only advantage which I have, and that is extreme high advantage. So first of all, I am accepting that paper can be anyhow. Second, I am ready for the surprises. Third, the most important is that in mindset is that basically I will basically treat each question with equal importance. This is very important, sir. You will not understand this with equal. If you are having PSI as optional, geography as optional, or anthropology as optional, you will feel, hey, polity is my area, geography is my area, and ancient I don't know. No, this question is very big. I'm not going to read, I'm going to skip, I'm going to go to new. Every question has 2 marks. Either we get it from basically anything, because we don't know. Because at the end of the day, what you are doing, you are marking OMR, A, B, C, D, and the paper is checked by machine. Machine does not know you have got question correct from polity, economy, history, geography, kahan se? Logical. This I realized after first PT. Taking the things on ego is incorrect. Am I right? Sabse pehla point is this point. Getting the point. So mindset. Then I will definitely, this is what I will do while going to exam. Then again motivation, positivity, wo to hai. Paper. In paper, what I will do, pehla point. Most important is read question, and uske baad, this is what you guys do. What I do and why I clear exam, I read question and I also understand it. There are two different things, reading and understanding the things. When you read the thing, you read the thing. When you understand the thing, you will know what you are expecting. Getting the point, reading and understanding is different. Trust me upon this. 80% of the students don't do correct, basically the correct answers they don't get because they just read the question, they don't understand the question. Okay. Second, one more here in mindset, so that wahan pe third, fourth. No preconceived notion, no preconceptions. Open mind. Embrace the things. No preconceptions. What I mean by no preconceptions? Okay, I'm going to solve 85. I'm going to solve 100. I'm going to solve 60. Okay, if the three questions are B, fourth to B hoga to kuch to galat hoga. Correct? Preconceptions. This happens. Getting the point. So, no such things, no idiotic things. Getting the point? First, reading the question and understanding the demand. If you are understanding this demand, then in this paper you will do. Second, what I feel, I will use a round system. The round system. In this round system, the first round is absolutely, ये बहुत important है, बहुत बच्चे गलत करते हैं, is knowledge, and on the basis of my study, everything. What students you guys are doing, pata hai, why is the result very less in Bangalore? Do you know the reason? One reason. Direct exam hall में tricks. तो पढ़ाई क्यों कर रहे हो? Am I right? Tricks मतलब क्या? Extreme statement, incorrect, all of the above, neither of the above. YouTubers है ना. The other new students will understand it later. Then why did you join the classes? Why are you studying? Use the tricks only. Am I right? We have to use it. Don't worry. I will tell you when. But not this. Getting the point? Third, no too much excitement. I got this. I will tell you. No too much excitement. And no demotivation. How? I will tell you. Two examples. 2016 paper and 2017 paper. Correct? Both the papers. 2016, I started with the paper. I got set B. I do remember. Question number 1 आ रहा है, 2 आ रहा है, 3 आ रहा है, 4 आ रहा है, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. मैं बोला सब कुछ आ रहा है भाई साहब. Correct? So this happens. And without any tricks, I was knowing 7 questions. And I was basically like, फोड़ देता हूं मैं. Correct? What happened? Later few questions came of polity. Polity is one subject जो दिखने में बहुत आसान है, लेकिन सबसे ज्यादा one which you can see at most easy, but it will basically दगा देगा सबसे ज्यादा polity. Most mistake you will make, 100% take it in writing from me is polity. Trust me on me. कितना भी करो आप. क्यों? Because polity seems easy, and it will make sure that question is twisted in such a way that you will make incorrect in examination. मेरा भी ऐसे ही हुआ. 8 questions I was knowing. Next came something called as Council of Minister का question वगैरह. मैंने कैबिनेट काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर क्या सोचा पता नहीं. 2 क्वेश्चन धड़ाधड़ गलत करके आया. Too much excitement. शांति से. मतलब keeping the emotions very much. This was 2016. 2017 I will tell what happened. Set number C. First question is what I got. Have you seen any time paper, original paper? देखा मतलब आपको नहीं पूछ रहा हूँ, किसी को पूछ रहा हूँ. Have you seen, anyone of you have seen the paper? लास्ट ईयर का किसी में अगर दम है तो सेट नंबर सी सॉल्व करके देखो. किसमें अगर दम है ना, सॉल्व करके दो. व्हाट इज द फर्स्ट 15 क्वेश्चन पता है आपको? एंशिएंट आर्ट एंड कल्चर एंड साइंस एंड टेक. भाई साहब क्या करेगा बच्चा? एंशिएंट आर्ट एंड कल्चर, साइंस एंड टेक. एग्जैक्ट सेम थिंग हैपेंड विथ मी 2017. art and culture, science and tech 1. Okay, if you see original paper, have you seen original paper? How does it look? Okay, so I will just show you what happened. I don't have that much time, so I will not waste much time. So now imagine if this is the paper. Be attentive, be attentive. So if this is the paper, so here there will be question 1, there will be question 2, question 1, 2, example 3, example 4. Okay, this is English, and the same questions here are given in what? Hindi, vice versa, whatever it is, correct? So vice versa. So this is how the format is, the actual paper. Okay. Sometimes what happens, the paper, the question size, if it is too much big, then what happens? If this is paper and the question number, for example, the question will be completely like this one. यही question होता है, ये है, देखा होगा आपने तो. For example, question number 5, correct? This is how it goes. Then you are having another question paper. This is how it goes, correct? समझ में आया? I was solving the paper. Question number 1 went. I was not knowing. Again, I was confused between only one option I was able to eliminate. 3 options were there. Question number 2 went. 2 options were remaining. 3 went. 4 went. 5 went. This is what happened. This is fact. What I am saying, if you want to recheck what I am speaking, last year, if I am not wrong, it was set number C या कुछ तो, which got all the ancient and science and tech questions first. और last year का paper देखो how it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 page गया, 2, 3, 5 pages, एक भी नहीं आ रहा. Last year the context was completely different to 16, 17 में it is completely different. I'm like अब क्या करें? One of the strategy here was with me is a strategy that is plan A, plan B. I paused. I literally paused. I took breath. Correct? Chocolate khaya, glucose. Correct? Trust me, I did this. After this, I started from 100 to first question. 100 to first. Later I realized from question number 100, as I am coming towards this, all easy questions were in the last. Polity, geography, sub last mein tha. Now imagine in that same, now you are not understanding this. Imagine the 2 hours, humongous pressure. In that first 2 hours, all the difficult things are, imagine if they are placed earlier, and if you are doing the same mistake and with the same ideology, same crumpled mindset, if you are going आगे, simple questions also will go incorrect. तो शांति से रोको, simple वाला पहला उठाओ. If you have done this, you have won the race. Getting the point. So these things will happen 100%, but that does not mean you are not going to give adequate time. So very important, round system, not too much excitement, not too much EA. Correct? Next, shuffling of the questions, very, very important since last 2 years. That is why cutoff is in 80s. Shuffling of the questions. What I mean by the shuffling of the questions, understand in this paper. Shuffling of the questions का मतलब क्या हो रहा है पता है भाई? Nowadays. What? Sorry? Someone is saying. What is happening? I will tell you. Polity ho, economy ho. Moderate, easy, difficult, very difficult, and आपका 6th question, or let us consider this is my 6th question, this is my 7th question, this is my 6th and this is my 7th question. Correct? This 6th, 7th question. Now here again, this is my difficult question, and out of all this difficult question, one of the question is very easy question here. अब कोई भी original paper जाके देखो, I challenge you this. Are you understanding? They are playing with your mindset. मतलब they are shuffling. Earlier what used to happen, if you consider art and culture, all 6 art and culture एक साथ. If you consider polity, all 15 polity questions एक साथ. Till 2020, all polity questions, let us consider from 22 polity starts, then it will go till about 32. सारे के सारे पॉलिटी ही चल रहा है, दिमाग पॉलिटी के साथ ही चलता है. अब क्या हो रहा है? दिस इज व्हाट वाज हैपनिंग अर्लियर. अब क्या हो रहा है? 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 पॉलिटी. उसके बाद इमीडिएटली एंशिएंट आर्ट एंड कल्चर. करेक्ट? 28, 29 एंशिएंट, 30th साइंस एंड टेक. शफल कर रहे हैं क्वेश्चंस. अंडरस्टैंड दिस. What happens? Your mind works in a momentum. There is a mindset. Like, for example, if you are driving a bike, if there are always hiccups, mileage will be very less. And if a car is moving with a constant speed, it goes very smooth. Here it is not going smooth. Why? Because this is how the questions are shuffled. अपना task है to focus and concentrate upon moderate, easy question. These three questions should not be incorrect. What has happened because of this shuffling of the questions is the following thing. This is what it is. Now what has happened here, just be attentive. Here it is difficult, correct? So this also gone very difficult, easy also, committing silly mistake and going wrong. Everyone will go incorrect in 1, 2, 3. But if you are going incorrect in this question, you are already 2.66 marks less than the other competitor. Question is not about these three questions which will determine your cutoff. Cutoff determine karta hai ye easy wala question if you are doing incorrect. Getting the point. So my strategy later what I realized ki kisse each question is same for me, but easy questions are the first one which I am not going to go incorrect. Who is going to see in OMR final kaun sa question sahi aaya tha? Easy questions, if I am doing this as a question as incorrect, the students would do this incorrect and the students would this correct. Imagine why this will become incorrect for few students. Extreme high pressure. 1, 2. Imagine this you are not knowing. This you are very much confused. This you are digging or not understanding the question itself. Then easy wala goes incorrect because of this above pressure. It is not because of your lack of knowledge. It is because of this momentum. So in these 3 hours, the most important thing here is in this paper, most important is here, 5th point is have control over yourself. Have control over yourself. What I mean by this is that sometimes the paper and examiner will take control of you. ये क्या हो रहा है? This is what, if this is happening, negative, this shows that examiner is controlling you. You are not controlling the examiner. You are knowing this, but despite that if you are doing incorrect, question is why? Question is why? Because of not this reason which we have identified. Question is not because of, the answer is not this 7 reasons. For that incorrectness, you feel the reason for that incorrectness is one of these 7 reasons. Actually, Henny reason is because of only one thing, humongous pressure developed because of this. See this, 100% this is applicable. So in my first round, what I am going to do is first is make only one thing in this round system, easy questions. I am going to target 0 error. Easy questions, 100% sure all questions, which I am confident. That does not mean skip the question. For each question, equal weightage. Each question, equal importance. Okay. Depending upon this, 5th ho gaya, correct, plan B. 6th, after this, immediately after first round, I am going to circle the OMR sheet. I am not going to keep it after 1.5 hours. After 1 hour, 5 minutes only, I am going to immediately. Now there are 2 ways of people. People solve this and one question, and uske baad, for example, if you are solving this paper, 6th question, 6th ka B answer. This is one way. Few people do first round and then after 1 hour they do OMR marking. I believe after doing 1 hour of OMR marking is much more better for you. But here there is a chance of up down ke liye. There are two things. अरे यार 6th का B था, मैंने 7th का B कर दिया. 1 or 2 questions go incorrect in this. नहीं, हंसने की बात नहीं, ऐसा हुआ है मेरे साथ भी. Correct? Getting the point? Next, 7th is basically many times nowadays. I will give 2. एक बार बोलता मैं, क्वेश्चन नहीं बोलता आपको. Question: consider the following statements. 1, 2, 3. Which of the following statements are correct? A, B, C, D. Okay. Consider the following statement. 1, 2. Which are one answer is A, B, C, D. I will tell you what happens. The 2 mistakes. 1. Consider the following statements about the Western Ghats or the rivers. This is what was the question. I knew that this statement is correct, this statement is correct, and this is incorrect. Okay, this is how I did. And uske baad answer option the 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only. Correct? 1, 2, 3. Correct? All of them. ऊपर मैंने सही किया है और नीचे मैंने मारा है B. आंसर इज करेक्ट, आंसर इज 1 and 2 आर करेक्ट, बट मैंने नीचे क्या मारा है 2 and 3. दिस हैपन्स, हंसने की बात नहीं, ऐसा मेरा नंबर चला गया है. This happens. This is a classic mistake which I am not going to do. One. Second, here what happens? Same. Here one only I have done, correct? Two only, one only I have done, and नीचे में कुछ और ही पढ़ता हूँ, कुछ और ही मार्क करके आता हूँ. Getting the point. So answer is one only. Now here what I am doing? Answer is one only, and here also I have done basically A only. But when this is OMR sheet, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, and this is my question number 5. Answer option is A. मैं गलती से क्या करता हूं, जल्दी जल्दी में बी करता हूं, गया. अंडरस्टैंडिंग? ऐसे कितने क्वेश्चन आते हैं पता है आपको? एवरी ईयर एनी एस्पिरेंट, नॉन सीरियस एस्पिरेंट लूजेस एटलीस्ट 5 क्वेश्चंस बिकॉज ऑफ ऑल दिस 2 मिस्टेक्स. एवरेज 5 क्वेश्चंस इनकरेक्ट होते हैं. दिस इज व्हाट आई फील एंड दिस इज फैक्ट. टेस्ट योरसेल्फ, यू विल फील दिस. गेटिंग द पॉइंट? सो आई होप यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग दिस. सो 7th इज बेसिकली mark correct answer options. Correct answer options. Okay. Now once this is done, 7th, 8th is very important, and now that is none other than your future course of action, that is second round and other things. Now start with the second round. How much risk you have to take? Risk attempt you have to take. That depends upon what you have done in the first round. Now, in general, if you solve the mocks and the previous year question, you will know your accuracy level. You will know your accuracy level. Accuracy level. For me, my accuracy level in the first round is about 85 to 95%. ये मेरा accuracy. Correct? You will be surprised. But मेरा first round में how many is the attempt? Do you know? 40, 35, 45 maximum, not more than that. Because more than that, no one knows. If everyone knew, cutoff should have been 110 plus. Cutoff is in 70s, 80s. That means people are not knowing. Let us accept it. If I am solving 40 questions only, 45 only, that means I am knowing 45% of the paper. Very simple, which I know 100%, that this I am sure. But out of that 45, I will go incorrect definitely in 3 or 4. So my net marks kitna hua? 80. Now depending upon that, I will take further course of action. How? This is how I will take second round mein risk or attempt. For example, shall I write here? For example, in second round, there are certain statement based questions. Statement based questions. 1. Second is my, then your so called as aapka traditional tricks and elimination technique. Tricks, comma, elimination technique. Elimination technique. Third is intuition and आपका कॉमन सेंस. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है. कॉमन सेंस बहुत कॉमन नहीं होता, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. स्टेटमेंट बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस. दीज क्वेश्चंस स्पेशली ट्रिक्स एलिमिनेशन वाला, आई विल अप्लाई इट इन सर्टन एरियाज ओनली. सिलेक्टिव एरियाज. Selective. No application for polity. No application for polity. Absolutely no application for polity. Statement based questions I will try to attempt. I will try to attempt. Statement में मतलब समझ में आया ना, 1 statement 2 statement वगैरह. Then question is what I will not attempt. I will not attempt here one liner or so called as factual question. Factual question. For example, if the question is about Alauddin Khilji and a particular term, what does this term represent? पता ही नहीं तो क्यों कर रहे हो? Am I right? People तभी भी attempt करके आते हैं. 100 attempt करके आए मैं सर. गया. One liner factual. From this multiple statement based questions, why I'm saying this can be much more better, the reason is why to take risk here. The reason is at least one statement you have some idea. Because of this, you should take it. यहाँ पे there is no idea. Elimination भी नहीं हो रहा, कुछ नहीं हो रहा. Nothing is going to happen. Here, nothing is going to happen. So why should you take this? So now, if you see last year paper, 2024 paper, one liner, one word, there are about 8 questions, which no one knew. Still, students attempted and came. How is it possible? Am I right? Correct. If there is some context given, I can understand. For example, if there is a species which makes use of the sticks as a tool to remove the ants and then eat it, so context है नहीं है. But if I say there is a term called as araghatta in the ancient India, what does it refers to? अरे क्या पता मुझे भी. मुझे क्या पता? I am not knowing anything about it. तभी बच्चे नहीं, मुझे लग रहा है ये 2 होगा, पर्शियन विली होगा, ये होगा. करेक्ट? क्या केबीसी खेल रहे हो क्या? Am I right? So don't try to attempt these things. Second, I hope you got term based, especially ancient. Ancient में जितना रिस्क लोगे for one liner उतना नेगेटिव में जाते हो. Trust me from this. Correct? Second, polity no tricks. Okay? And last here is basically आपका attempt. 9th is आपका then final attempt. How much you should attempt. After second round, you will get a fair idea about the paper. How the paper is, how toughness is the paper. Because here you might have solved all these papers. Which papers? Here you have solved all the papers. Where? In the month of May. So you know all the papers of 10 years and you know cutoff. So at least you know the difficulty level. So depending upon that difficulty level, वगैरह, here you can take a call. I hope you are understanding. समझ में आ रहा है पूरा? So these are the 9 pointers which should be done in the examination hall while solving the आपका so called as आपका paper. Read the question, round system, etc. This is what I feel. This have really worked for me without any filters. Honestly, what have been working for the toppers and for me, 100% where the result have been yielded in the past. These are the things that should be done. Now coming to the strategy. Now this is what is the strategy. For me, there are 2 strategies. One, question number 1 to 100, directly read, round system, most easy questions. First target that, then let us think about it. Plan B, if I am not knowing anything, what should I do? For that, I have the strategy. There are 2 ways. Either you know, if you don't know, there is no middle path for this. So depending upon, basically, if you are not knowing most of the things, then what you should do, if the paper is very tough, then how should you handle the emotions, वगैरह? For that, you should have a plan. Are you understanding it? So that is my plan B in the examination. I hope you are getting the point. So what are the doubts that you had asked me about this particular point? That is number of the mocks, how much you should solve. Sources. Now sources, stick to any one particular source. 10 बार वही पढ़ो. No multiple source. If you are using multiple sources, consolidation will not happen. Example Manju and Lakshmikant. Example Ashish and PMF. Ashish and ये notes. एक कोई भी पकड़ो, बात खत्म. Getting the point? Trust me on this. First of all, you have to trust the process, what you are doing. Correct? 1. Mock time analysis. I hope you got it. How much time? The questions which are incorrect, only for that you go to the basics. Only new questions only you will read it. No. CSAT, how to attempt the paper and the time. I hope you got it. So basically, how to attempt the paper. So this is how the procedure. For me, the first round, I will do first round with lot of shanti, saburi, lot of emotions, control. It will take me 1 hour 15 minutes minimum. It may take me 1 hour 25 minutes because if the paper is of 52 pages, where you have to think, understand, read, definitely that will take 1 hour 15 minutes. So my question is how the students are solving the first round in 50 minutes. That means all the questions from 1 to 100, they are not giving equal importance. They are not reading every question. They are not understanding the statement. That is why फटाफट चलते जा रहे. They are just reading. They are not understanding. If you read and understand, it will take at least 1 hour, 15 to 25 minutes. Let it take ना. ऐसे क्या बचा के करोगे? So after that, you do OMR. Then you will be left about 30 to 35 minutes. In that 35 minutes, out of that 35 minutes, in first 20 minutes, you do the second round. And then what to do? Wait for 1 minute, take a strategic pause, and then define the third round. Getting the point? Now, if the paper is too lengthy, then 3 rounds cannot be done, maximum 2 can be done. Correct? This is what it is. Current affairs, I told you, this is what I feel. Elimination, how to do, where to do, only for certain things. Yes, it is applicable, but for that you need to have lot of PYQ ka hold. If you are having PYQ ka hold, what happens? You know where the trick will be applicable. For that you have to do this. Minimum number of the revisions, 2 to 3 is minimum. Because we are not Chanakya, Vivekananda, ki ek baar dekh liya, dimag mein reh gaya. Correct? YouTube tricks, I hope you got it. Then short notes, no need. Mapping I have told, revision method I have told, themes and concepts I have told. Then day before तो नींद किसी को नहीं आता है. First you accept that कि I may not get नींद, and that is completely fine. Your brain is going to work completely fine on the next day. Either you sleep or don't sleep. If you are having that mindset, then definitely the next D-day goes very well. Getting the point? Don't eat lot of food for your so-called as food for breakfast. What I have seen, the South India people eat lot of heavy breakfast, which is very good. But during D-day, don't eat it. One single idli, one single vada is sufficient to provide you energy. If you want, trust me, this is very important. This happened. I will tell you what happened with one of the students, one of my friend who is right now into service. He is a joint commissioner in Mumbai. What happened? Some of them told that, seniors told, in between in 2015 CSAT went, no? This is about 2014 attempt, and he got into selected. He is right now joint commissioner of Mumbai. Some of them told that at that time CSAT was not qualifying. It used to be added. So that was from 3 to 5. Already the mind was completely drained. Some of the seniors told, you drink lot of glucose. So bande ne glucose dala. Correct? We were having paper in Aurangabad, in Maharashtra, Mumbai, and डाल दिया ग्लूकोज, पूरा 1 लीटर पानी कंटिन्यूसली was drinking. What happens after drinking lot of glucose? Any doctors? What happens? Sugar rush होता है, gall bladder भरता है और जल्दी से you need to go rush to the washroom. अब हुआ ये, उसके पास बचा था 25 minutes and he was extremely, he wanted to rush to the washroom. अब क्या करेगा बंदा? And at that time is money. So don't do things which are too much stressful. मत करो. हंसने की बात है नहीं, ऐसा होता है बच्चों के साथ. Only openly they do not tell you. This happens. We have seen. Getting the point. So this is what I personally feel will help you for the prelims examination. This will help you to clear all your doubts, etc. Question, minimum number of the questions, वगैरह वगैरह, CAPF, CDS. Simultaneously you can keep the same. I hope you got it. So this is why I invited all of you for this open house session, because I just wanted to know, or just wanted to tell that key basically if you do like this, it definitely, because I know most of you students personally, I have checked your copies, everything. So if you're following this, trust me, this process will become much more easy and you will enjoy this process. One more thing, I will tell you one more attitude. Trust me, till 25th of May, if you prepare by scary nature, यार डर लग रहा है, I am feeling very scary, anxiety, nervous, doubt about myself, whether I will clear or not clear. Correct? This thought everyone will have. Now, if this thought is there are two options with you. One, have this thought till 25th and behave like that only. And second, ऐसे भी disqualify, वैसे भी disqualify, लेकिन I will enjoy the process at least. I personally prefer second. Anyways, whatever is going to be result, that we have to embrace and accept and move forward. At least let us live our life for this 4 months. Let us enjoy the process. Let us learn the things. Let us love the things to learn, right? Let us enjoy about cholas. Let us enjoy about biodiversity. Let us enjoy about parliament. Let us enjoy about economic monetary policy. Let us enjoy the preparation. If you do this, things become much more easy. Have that attitude. If you are so much worried, this is my second, this is my third, what will happen, वगैरह वगैरह, don't have that attitude. So this is choice. It's a matter of a choice. It's a matter of a mindset. Getting the idea? So does not matter. So you might have known in the history there are many brave warriors who have fought and lost the wars, but despite that they are immortals. Correct? Example Karna. Example basically Bajirao Peshwa. They lost the things, but still Q, because they fought in such a way that they are still rewarded. तो ऐसा लड़ो कि चाहे कुछ भी रिजल्ट आ जाए. Getting the point? At least enjoy the karo. So since I come from the forces background, I know this. How have you seen army people anytime? Army ke log. Have you seen businessmen? Have you seen bureaucrats? And have you seen IT engineer? I'm a software engineer. 4 category of people: software engineer, correct, businessmen, bureaucrats, and army people from the forces, from the CDS. What is the difference? Ye software people are very shallow. What I feel. I'm not it now, earlier. Second, business wala shrewd. Bureaucrats are always complaining, kech. Correct? Always about yes, I, mera वैसा है, this posting, that posting, this is good, this is bad. Army people, you see, they will not have that much perks and privilege. They will not have that much salary. Like वो जिंदा दिल रहते, they are lively. You will feel that positivity, you will feel that charm with them. Correct? क्यों? It's because of mindset, because of character. So be like that. क्या होगा? ऐसे भी मरना है, वैसे भी मरना है. लड़के तो मरो. Getting the point. So this is what I feel. So it's a question about the mindset. I hope you got it. So this is how you plan. This is how you prepare. You can use anything for the PYQs. PYQ is a आपका door or a gateway that will open towards the success. Trust me, PYQs, you master it. Done? Any doubts still? Any doubts? Kitna time ho? 2.5 hours continuously. So I hope that this is helpful, especially for the students who are writing this year prelims. Okay. Actually, I wanted to put that in the pamphlet, but yesterday, since I was taking the classes for the OGP 1 and 6, the class went for about 6.5 hours. And in the meantime, the poster was uploaded. This session was specifically for the students who are giving prelims from the earlier 25 batches or whatever it is, 24 batches. But whoever dala nahi, so definitely the students who are writing from the new batches, 26 batches, definitely this will help you in the upcoming, but because you came, it will be helpful. But this session was mainly oriented towards this rest of the guys who are writing this year prelims or what should be done in the upcoming times. I hope this was helpful to everyone. Any more doubts? Do you want to continue with such more sessions about the currents or anything in the upcoming open house session? Generally पूछ रहा मैं, मुझे इसका पैसा नहीं मिलता, कुछ नहीं मिलता, honestly बोल रहा हूँ. Neither for this, I am just doing it for you guys. If you want, we can do with it, continue with it. जैसे for example, I don't know कि anyone will go in this so much detail. I don't think. No one goes in this detail. Am I right? So do prepare well. If you have anything, you directly come and approach me. My Telegram ID everyone has. Everyone have it. It's Ashish. अगर कुछ दिक्कत होगा तो मुझे पूछ लेना. Ashish ASHISH_GHADGE. If you have anything, you ask me. Preparation related doubts only. नींद नहीं आ रहा, क्या नहीं आ रहा, अब सर मुझे लग रहा है मैं नेक्स्ट अटेम्प्ट दे दूं, आप डिसाइड करो. I don't have any problem. Sir, shall I skip? Kar skip. Getting the point? Because never you are going to get ready. If I tell, that does not matter. You have to have yourself also some thoughts, right? So this is all for today. I hope it shall be helpful. This wala parts I will tell you if you are going on, because this is not recorded, kuch bhi nahi hai. This wala slides are important. One, we have done it on the basis of this 12 hours of study. Second, this is what ideally I feel you should do from 10th till this particular part. Correct? Done. If you want, someone can take the, before deleting this, someone can take the snaps and upload it anywhere. Second, what I feel is basically don't take this wala. Then from this 25th of exam hall mindset, what it should be, this is the second thing that what you should have in your mind. Third, first I will just First is this, you can take, I will tell you. First, we started with this. I'll just sum it up. First, we started with this. First, done, everyone. First, then this is second, 12 hours per day. This is what we have planned. Correct. Third is basically from this part to this part, what we are going to do. Current affairs, what we are going to do. Correct. Next is your so-called as exam day, what you have to do. Correct. Exam day. Later, this is what we have spoken about is 1100 hours. These are the things that we have to do. Correct. These are the things that we have to do. Am I right? Subjects. After this, we took example of these three subjects. A triangle we have made, input output. Correct. Polity, economy, NV. Correct. Polity, how to prepare, we have written about this point, the various steps, 2 to 3 steps. Step number 1, step number 2, step number 3. Correct. Step number 1, this is step number 2. Correct. And this is my step number, the same thing for economy, one more additional point. Done. So this is what is today's point for all about your so-called as आपका prelims orientation session. Rather than orientation, I have just taken it open house because I feel that telling all the things later does not help. उससे अच्छा पहले बोल दो आपको. Correct. So I hope this was helpful. चलो ठीक है. Thank you. If you have anything, okay. We will keep on doing this regularly, especially if you want, especially for the prelims. What we can do, मेरे दिमाग में ऐसा आ रहा है. See, this is not recorded. Live भी नहीं डालूंगा मैं. What we can do, we can take PYQs theme wise, and उसमें tricks कहाँ पे use करना है, कहाँ पे नहीं करना है use. Correct? Where you can use the tricks, where should not use the tricks. How to eliminate the options on the basis of the past year questions. Then if you consider the mindset which I spoke about, set number, any set that you get, which to do, which not to do, certain things we will go in detail. Correct. And this I will not take it immediately, but in another fortnightly, if I feel, I will definitely take it. At that time you guys come. Correct. Thank you.